to be able to have that experience for the entire 6 or 7 years that you play in, and the parents could be involved in supporting the program, helping raise funds for things like protein and necessary equipment and pre-game meals, post-game meals, that kind of thing. And it can be a lot of fun, but the idea was to build that camaraderie. So same thing with Coach Pike and Coach Glisson, in that you kind of wanted to know that your guys coming into the 9th grade were not unfamiliar with your offense and defensive schemes. And so it should prove to be extremely beneficial.
Well, I think it definitely will. It trickles down. And, of course, if you know, especially if I'm a lineman.
That's okay.
For years, I know which way I pull on what play. I know what my calls are. Even my numbers for my different for my splits. If I'm a 2-4-6 going out my right side, or a 1-3-5 going on the left side, or do they number from the outside in? Just to know just the different calls and the way that thing runs, it just makes things go so much better. And also, as we're a no huddle offense a lot of times, to be able to know, hey, I know we're going to run this series of plays. I'm listening for the clap from my quarterback. It's just going to make things go so much smoother.
Absolutely. One of the things that if you've got a kid, we said that they changed so much from the 9th grade to the 12th grade. You particularly see 10th and 11th. I mean, basically at the end of the 10th grade year, for the most part, the kid's pretty much done growing. When I say for the most part, 80-90% of the time. There are kids that, well, I know of somebody that grew. Well, yeah, but that's pretty much the minority.
Those are the outliers. Yeah.
That's right. And so you've got that kid now that mentally, now he's going to change physically, and he's probably may still have some brain development. I'm not into the brain thing, but
most definitely they got brain.
Absolutely, thank you, sir. So we can assume that the brain is pretty much developed cognitively and can understand things, but physically they're going to continue to change. And so if you can grab that physicality, if there is such a word, in the 6th and 7th grade and bring it for 5 straight years.
Building muscle memory, just as simple as that.
Weight program, everything that bodes well. You're going to start seeing more and more of those D1 recruits and D2 and D3, as Glisson so proudly puts on the internet, and we certainly expect or would love for you to follow what goes on at Troup High by the Troup High Facebook page, as well as Touchdown Club page there for Troup High Touchdown Club. And it's nice to see that. And I think when you have these kids, they just want to be part of that winning program. I've always said that competition breeds success, and success is winning is that journey to be successful and to be winning, and that journey starts in the 7th grade. And so Long Cane really had some good-looking athletes out there.
Yeah, they really did. And again, just they look very natural. Some kids, you can tell, and they're going to have some great playing time coming up in just the next few years. Let's go and take another break as we again thank our sponsors tonight: Mud Creek Graphics, Fowler Masonry, Mallory Agency, State Farm, Matt Orr, and Wellstar West Georgia. We'll be listening to them all evening long. Our thanks again to them. They make this possible for us to be here for this very interactive version of Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio poured, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this.
Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks. Also, a big shout out to Rodell tonight. He's taking the Rodell pool up above us, keeping us on the air and everything. He's had quite a night for him as the technology's had had to knock a few a little bit of the butterflies out of that. Greg, we're going to check your technology. You're fixing to get a chance to walk down the field. How are things working there?
Well, you got my mic turned up. All right, so I'm hoping that things will work good. We certainly don't want any flaws as we're down on the sidelines, especially.
No, we're in trouble enough without any technical flaws. That's for sure. But Greg, as we talk about tonight, we're coming into the spring game. It'll be we're probably not going to see quite as many of our starters as you might see in a typical spring, because as Coach Glisson was saying in an interview earlier this week, he knows what guys like Kobe Hudson, like Andy Boykin can do. He's really interested in seeing what some of these young juniors, sophomores, and especially some of these freshmen can do. And so we're probably going to see some real young guys coming in the first half.
That would be fun. You typically see the younger guys coming in kind of halfway through the third quarter, and particularly the entire fourth quarter. But you're right. The fan base already knows what some of the Kobe's can do and the Trey Williams can do. The Luke Purnells, these guys are experienced. They'll be seniors this year, so they know what they can do. But let's see what some surprising talent we might have down there.
Of course, this is the chance. If you're a young guy, you want to make the big stick. You want to have a outstanding block. You want to have an outstanding play, a big run, something that just catches the attention of the coaches, and that's what you really want to happen in a spring game, because then you're working off of that all summer long to be ready to earn that starting position coming up in the fall.
Absolutely, and what a great time when there's not a lot of pressure. I know you'll be under pressure, but it'll be self-imposed pressure if you decide to put that kind of pressure on you. But this is for some of these guys, especially these sophomores, particularly. As a freshman, you don't particularly play a lot. And
please, Coach, look at me. Just
that's right.
Acknowledge that you know my name is all that freshman wants.
No, you're right, and of course, you've got some juniors that might have hit the field a decent amount as a sophomore, but all of a sudden now they're rising juniors, and they got a spot to prove, and they're going to want to do it here in the spring game because, hey, right now everybody's fighting for a position. Because think about it now, the coaches want to get a chance to see them athletically for the next 4 months, three to 4 months.
Yeah, except for lifting the weight.
Yes, that's true.
So they'll see them run, see them lifting weight, getting stronger. And that's the sort of thing you want to see during the summertime. But, we won't be strapping them up. You won't be now, of course, there's some I think that last year kind of Coach brought in going to some of these 7-on-7 groups, giving them a chance to do some speed drills with some folks, if I'm not mistaken. Just take a look at
Sorry, I was just talking to Coach Smith. I knew I had seen him down helping out with the Long Cane bunch.
Because, once Greg gets in the crowd, folks, it's a little hard to keep him focused.
Sorry.
Well, for every person that if I don't know them, it's got to either one or the other knows just about everybody. So we'll take care of all these folks. Let's go and take another break. When we come back, we'll have Greg out on the field. We'll get ready for kickoff as Newnan Cougars have come in here for the spring game against the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks. I got Rodell Poole. Colin Weiss also up here in the booth. Appreciate him making sure everything's running smoothly as we're getting ready to bring you a great spring game. The first half it will be a pretty standard fare. Probably won't see a lot of the kicking games on the field. We'll have a chance to see the offenses and defenses play. And then as we get to the second half, it gets a little bit more loose. Got a couple of big raffles tonight, Greg. That's kind of interesting. One is a raffle to have a chance to kick a $100 extra point. If you make the extra point, you win $100.
You know, and that's a lot harder said than, a lot easier said than done because, most guys can't even punt the football. But you're talking about kicking it off of the ground, and us old school guys, I wouldn't know how to do a soccer-style kick. I'm going to wind up doing a straight style. I'll be like Tom Dempsey. I'll kick one 62 yards, 63 yards. What do you think?
I don't think I could throw it through the uprights. Let's kick one through.
It'd take us a couple times, wouldn't it?
Well, and then the other one is a really kind of fun thing. If you win that at halftime, this raffle, you get a chance to go into the locker room, talk to the guys, and you and a friend can be there to call the first play of the second half of the Tigers.
Well, that's true, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, as I walk down here and kind of in the middle of pregame warm-ups and kind of going over their offensive scheme and their defensive scheme, and they've got, as you can see now, they've got the 9th grade team out here. When they said gold offense, you just look at the size, Jack, of the offensive line, and it's just a lot different than a junior or senior, just based on the weight and just the size of these kids. But hey, I was down here with Jatavian Smith and Khalif Thornton and Monte Hall, who've all committed to go play football at college. And Khalif Thornton is probably 5'10", but he holds the squat record at Troup High School at about 620 pounds, and that's a ton. That's a ton of weight.
That's like you and me both.
Yeah. Be careful. But I was sharing with them what we did when we were in high school. A lot of the seniors who had finished their senior football season come back in the spring game, the spring practice, not the spring game. We always had a scrimmage, but during the last week or the second, maybe the third week of practice, the seniors would come back, suit up, and actually scrimmage against the up-and-coming varsity football team. And they all got excited about that. I said, well, we may have to talk to Coach G about that and kind of start that over because, most of the seniors, unless you're moving into wrestling or basketball or another winter sport, you're really not going to – you're going to be kind of a little bit out of shape and you've not been working out a lot. And so we got out and practiced for a day or two and thought we were okay. But it was really fun to come back and suit up and play the guys. So who knows what the future holds and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. The guys are down there getting their stretch on, seeing the little scout teams run, getting used to some meaningful reps here, Greg. And again, what's so positive for me, and I can remember this as it's been well over 30 years for me as well, is the fun of getting to hit somebody that you don't go to school with, that you don't see in the locker room.
True, but at the same time, going back to the seniors playing the upcoming squad, that also was kind of fun because you got no skin in the game now. It's just go out there and have a lot of fun. But you're right. Now's the time that you get a chance to turn on and to play, hit a Newnan squad that, it's a 6A, 7A school in Newnan. I think there's probably about 2,800 kids at Newnan, where there's about 1,350 or so there at Troup High School. And so it's a school that's double the size, so they got a lot more athletes to pull from. And, and we matched up with them real well last year at this time, and hopefully we'll match up with them as good or better this year as well.
They're head down to the end zone to have a few more instructions given as we're getting close to kickoff here. If you have a chance, Greg, I'm going to go to another break. If you can catch one of the coaches to give us a rundown again of how this exactly will run with kicks and everything, I'd love to do that when we come back. But right now we're going to take another break. You're listening to the spring game for the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio poured, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey, Greg, say hey to Coach Chambers for us as you're listening.
Take a moment and say hello. I will. I'm going to go out and let's see if I can get a hold of Coach G real quick.
Coach Chambers, of course, the head coach over there at LaGrange College. Coach G down there with Greg.
So I'm here with Coach. I was here with Coach Glisson. When I say interactive, I'm going to be running a lot tonight. Real quickly, briefly, how's the scheme tonight as far as what's live, what's not live, kicking, and all that?
Okay, well, first and foremost, our 7th grade scrimmage right before this, and it was great. I mean, I was very, very impressed with some things we saw. There's some good-looking 7th graders. Coach Pike and his guys do a great job. But what we're going to do is we're going to come out in the first half. They won the toss, so they're going to get the ball first. We're just going to go ahead and put the ball on a 30-yard line. We're going to play, most of our one guys against their guys, try to substitute the first half. Special teams are dead. But we're going to do certain things like on the PAT field goal, we're going to run all 4 of our kickers out there and let them all 4 have a chance. And it's just, hey, this is a practice. This is a bona fide practice with a great crowd, great weather.
That's right.
Kobe Hudson's probably not going to take any snaps at quarterback. Andy Boykin's not playing tonight. So, we want some of these other guys to show us what we can do. Some of these sophomores, juniors, say if they're ready to take that step and get us back where we were last year.
Well, Jack and I were talking about in the booth a while ago that, the fans really know what the Hudsons and the Boykins and Purnells and these guys and the Smiths can do. Let's see what some of these other guys can do in a varsity situation when you got somebody like Newnan to hit up against.
Well, I think we calculated Kobe Hudson's already played like 41 games or something in his career, so we know what he can do. Mm-hmm. I want to see if something happens to Kobe or we want to move Kobe around, can Schweizer play quarterback? Can he handle it? I want to see what Zy Varner's going to do after backing up Keem Makuta for a year. I want to see what Jabraylon Gooden's going to do after backing up Jatavian Smith for a year. These guys have done everything we've asked of them in the weight room and everything, but they lack experience. Right. And you're going to see some bust tonight. I told our defense staff, you're probably going to see a couple deep balls where we get busted because, Marquavius Kelly's going to start at safety. He's never played defense in his life.
Okay.
He's played all offense. So he's going to start at safety, and we're going to rotate Jarrell Smith at corner, who's never played out there for us. So, you're probably going to see some things happen tonight that won't happen in August, but that's what this is about.
And it looks like based on the roster you sent me, we've got some shake-up of some numbers, maybe some kids taking on some new numbers this year.
Yeah, those were awarded based on what they did in the weight room and stuff in this off season. And so you see some guys with some new numbers. And at halftime today, we're going to let all of our 8th graders play each other. And we're going to play some of those guys like A.J. Tucker's a really good ball player. We're going to let him play with the big boys a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll see. But, man, this is a great turnout. When we got this thing together, I didn't think we'd have such a big crowd. This is a great crowd.
When I drove up in the parking lot, it's like, wow, good crowd for a spring game.
Well, I guess you go to the semifinals and you start having good crowds. But I say that jokingly because we've had great crowds since we've been here. But we really appreciate all the support. And, this is really, really good. So it's time to get back to work. It's great to be back out on the field again.
Perfect. Well, we got a great crowd tonight, and we look forward to having our interactive with you and some of the players tonight.
Let's do it, bro.
All right, there you go. That's the format.
Thanks, Greg. Let's take one more break. When we come back, we'll put it on the 30, and we'll kick this thing off. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
Now back to the field for Troup Tiger Football on the Eagles Sports Network.
O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gorgeous job by Regina Hernandez, doing a great job. What an incredibly musical family that is, the Hernandezes. In fact, her brother's one of her biggest cheerleaders down there, just waving his hat. He's super excited about the great job that she just did. Well, we're getting ready to get things started. Boy, there's some excited young men on the sidelines down here. Just kind of getting some sort of a routine of a football game, getting kind of the feel, the ebb and flow of how it's going to go. Again, as we mentioned, Newnan won the toss. He'll set the ball on the 30. We'll be moving from there. And Greg, I'm trying to find you. Where you at down there?
Down here on about the 40-yard line, Jack, amongst these players get bigger every year, or am I just getting smaller? What is the deal?
Well, it may be height-wise, but not width. I think you're still about the same way you were.
You ought to be ashamed, man. I'm looking at Royce White, who, number 50, he's kind of walking here with his helmet on, heading south or heading west. And, I asked you earlier, asked Coach G 2 years ago, I said, who's that big kid standing over against the wall in the gym? As a ninth grader, he was just big. And last year, he was interchanging with Makuta a lot and did a fine job. He's got some offers already. So Royce White is kind of and I'm not really, the coaches really hadn't said anything, but watch out. I think he may be a key figure in either offense or defense, whatever he chooses to play this year. Big time recruit. So over the next 2 seasons, particularly junior year, we're going to see I predict we're going to be seeing some good things out of Royce White.
He's a big body down there inside, that's for sure. And again, when you kind of play and follow along with the technique of someone like a King Makuta, you got some experience that you've had a chance to walk into. And again, Greg, we talked about so many games that we were well ahead of in the first half. A lot of these younger guys have got some playing time that you may not have seen. That's been one of the successes, I think, of the Callaway franchise across town. Those guys have had some real success, and I think it's the same thing kind of going on here.
Well, you're right. And, one of the things we got some new coaches, and I'm going to hopefully get a chance to meet them as we roam the sidelines tonight. But already special teams coach down here on the sidelines, when the guys took off, he has his own little our defensive coach, he has his own little technique of how he wants to run them on the field. So a little bit different than we've seen.
Well, and they run on the field. They don't jog on the field. They a breakneck sprint to get to there.
Well, Coach Troup Busby was here for 3 years, and now he's moved on to Upson Lee as their defensive coordinator this year. And I've met these guys, but quite frankly, it's just been in passing. I really hadn't had a good conversation with them to get to know them very well. But we'll try to get you their names, the defensive coordinator and and a couple other coaches tonight.
Looking down the field, Xavier Clark, number 22. He's down on that front line. You mentioned Royce just a second ago. As Newnan comes to the line, officials are kind of making sure everybody's got everything settled. The ball rests on the scoreboard side, 30-yard line. So Newnan will be moving from left to right on your radio dial. The white hat has whistled things in. I think we're about ready to get started.
And just here, I heard some of the players hollering at Jarrell Smith, number 14 here on the near sideline, cornerback. You know, Jarrell's been playing wide out for the last couple of years, so this is his first experience on defense, as Coach Glisson was just alluding to.
Newnan starts out under center. Their quarterback, number 7, backs up to pass, looking. He's got some pressure, spun around. He's taken down the backfield. Great start by the Tigers, brought down by number 36 of the Tigers, Jeremiah Holston.
Jeremiah Holston, you know, we spoke tons about him last year. He comes in outside linebacker, really the defensive tackle, kind of a hybrid position. You also had Royce White, big number 50. Remember I told you.
It's in his face to start off with.
Absolutely, and he's the tallest guy there on defense. Really easy to spot out there at the defensive end position.
Tight into the left side, single back to the backfield for the quarterback, number 7. He's under center, turns. He's going to hand the ball off to the tailback, and the Tigers are going to be right there on top of it. Almost a no gain again.
Well, you had number 1, Jabraylon Gooden. You know, we talked about him last year. He's changed his number to number 1, and you know Tyree Carlisle's had that number for the last couple of years, and you know Jabraylon, based on his activity, he got a chance to choose that number. And that's what he wanted, and he should be a pretty good force at linebacker this year.
Devin Hill also on that tackle, looking good. The Tigers now having Newnan with a 3rd and about 14 right now. They go to a little more of a spread offense, men wide, left and right. Little toss pass out to there. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 30, and ball comes loose. And the Tigers have come up with it. It's Tiger ball.
Yep. They had nice job by defense there. It looks like Jordan Adams, along with Jace Godwin. You know, and Jace is one of those names, number 29 on the field. Jace is a junior, but he's been starting since he was a freshman, which is a rarity. So very few times you have that freshman that starts, and now you get to hear his name not only this year but next year. So 4 years in high school is a long time to announce a kid's name.
Tiger offense comes out on the field now.
Just a note, you see that Royce White is your left tackle. He's your left defensive end and your left tackle on offense, as the coach wants to see him go both ways to see what he performs best and where they can use him the best.
The man in motion from this near side. Schweitzer's in at quarterback. Twins to the right. Man goes back in motion on the far side. A little toss to him. He'll cut up the field. He'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Zy Varner came from his outside, his wideout position here on the Troup sidelines, and takes the little jet sweep, if you will, and Schweitzer just takes the handoff from the shotgun position and tosses it inside to Varner as he comes across and really picks up about 2 yards maybe. But good motion on the first offensive play, Jack.
Tigers stay in the spread here. Put a man in motion to the far side from the near side. 2nd motion now. Schweitzer back to pass, hit as he throws the ball, but he throws it into the end zone, throws a touchdown to start the ball game off.
That was a nice toss and catch to number 14, Jarrell Smith. He starts this spring game just like he ended last year. Nice touch by Schweitzer as well. You know, he showed no signs of being nervous or pressure-wise or anything. He just tossed the ball up, and anytime he got a chance to play last year, Jack, he did the same thing.
Real confident back there, but he was hit as he threw the ball and just threw a strike down to the end zone. So with the guys thinking that special teams are not supposed to run, so we're going to bring out the
Remember we talked, we're going to go ahead and just let all 4 kickers try the PAT. No defense. They're just going to move them out. Remember we talked just a few seconds ago about what the idea for the kickers to let them get a chance to kick a PAT. And
I think Coach wanted to at least snap the ball to
Well,
him.
yeah, we're gonna try to do the whole thing because you know it's easy to just put it down, but you want to go through the motions with the snapper and everything too. That would be 55 is Will Cooley.
That's exactly who that is.
Okay.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0 to start off the game.
Well, they're going to go through all 4 kickers, Jack.
Oh, all 4 of them are going to have a shot.
So I don't know if they're going to take the average of the 4 kickers. Coach Holt just nodded his head and said, yeah. See, we can be funny about this, huh? Coach, you call those plays just then?
Yes. So we did a little shifting into some trips and got into a bunch formation, play actioned it. So basically the number 1 receiver kind of got lost behind the backside safety.
And it looked like Schweitzer was just cool and collective there.
He's had a great spring, Coach. He's executed every day. He's been, missing maybe 1 ball at practice a day. He's had a great spring. He's doing a great job.
Kind of makes you feel good when if Kobe needs to take a break, you've got somebody to come in there for him.
Absolutely. He can go in there and run the offense, and there's no problem. We might even be a little more explosive because we've got some better athletes on the perimeter.
That's a good point. That's offensive coordinator Coach Kelby Holt. He has pretty much been the offensive play guy here for the last 4 years with Coach Glisson as you brought him in his first year.
4 for 4 with the extra points, Greg. So we're doing pretty good with that. Like it. Let's take a break. 7-0 is your score. Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. As Newnan gets ready to snap the ball, and I think we might have stepped off sides just slightly.
You know, you can see, Jack, I'm down here on the sidelines.
That's Newnan. Newnan actually moves.
No, yeah, they did. Coach Glisson's calling out, soft. Watch the pass, and you got Kobe now. Kobe's back here playing the corner. If you on the Troup sideline here, the cornerback. So you got a chance, like Kelby Holt says, let's see what's else out there, what Kobe can help you with.
They'll pass into the flats, and Tigers are all over that, including Marquavius Kelly, a junior, number 11.
Well, the first one out here on the ball was number 7 for the Tigers, Devin Hill. And, you know, that's a name that we've called a ton over the last couple of years. Yeah. Devin, a senior this year, and I'm excited about the prospects of Devin Hill's senior season because he's just been one of those guys. He's a playmaker, and I think maybe this year he might just show out for us a little bit.
2nd down and 15 for Newnan. No gain on the last play. Quarterback goes under center. He's got twins to the left. Backs up. He's going to keep it, throw it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he's taken out of bounds.
Jabraylon Gooden actually just sit back in his linebacker position, fought off a couple of blockers as he made his way toward the Troup sidelines. I was watching some of the defensive interior linemen for Troup, Holston and Michael Irvin in particularly. They had pursued the football, but not Gooden. He actually found out where the ball was and just drilled him out of bounds. As you could hear the players over here on the sidelines getting excited.
Not a bad fake by the quarterback.
And, you know, look, I'm looking behind us. What a crowd.
Yeah.
Huge crowd. And Newnan
traveled well.
Hey, they got a third of the stands full. What a tremendous crowd for everybody tonight. We hope you are listening to us and text Jack. Jack, you can give out your phone number. I'm kind of private with mine. I'm joking.
BR549.
BR549. But let us know something if you're listening to us and if we need to do something differently. This is kind of a different situation. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but
I got Frankie Holmes up here. Maybe he could give me the Walmart number if nothing else.
The Walmart number. This is kind of neat. Just Coach Glisson is going to call a timeout. He's seen something. But anyway, yeah, just hopefully we're doing all right tonight with you guys. We're a little bit rusty, but what a crowd. What a crowd and great weather.
They'll take a timeout. We take one as well. So, let's go 60 seconds, 2 spots, back to the station. As you listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as Newnan once again comes to the line of scrimmage after the timeout by Coach Glisson. Quarterback backs up to pass, straight back up, throws down the field. Pretty good coverage and a catch by Newnan. He'll get across the 35 down to about the 33-yard line.
There is a flag down here, Jack, on the 21.5-yard line. Don't know if it was a personal foul, roughing the passer, or holding on Newnan is what it's going to be.
They'll come back. A holding call goes against Newnan. That's their second penalty tonight.
I will verify with Coach Glisson. Number 20 is Sir Morgan. It's a name that we haven't talked about. I haven't heard. Now, maybe he's on the team. I've just got to check out his name, make sure it's listed correctly. But you're right. He had excellent coverage. But he was the wideout just got behind him a step.
About a step behind him, yep.
But still excellent coverage.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if he does something really well, it'll be to serve with love. I mean, for all the over 50, maybe get that joke. Newnan once again goes to the shotgun snap. Quarterback, little outside in route by their wide receiver on the far side. He'll get to the 20. Not a lot there. I tell you what, Greg, we talk about the Troup High offense does such a great job. This defense has been stifling tonight.
I tell you what, the last couple of years, as the fans know, the Tigers really they supported the offense in a good role. Jordan Adams in on that tackle, and that's another name that we're going to be calling out again this year a lot. It's just nice to see that. I said we're going to be a little bit rusty, but it's just nice to be able to go right into the spring game and feel like it was just yesterday that we was in a semifinal against Blessed Trinity,
who went on to be the state champion.
You took the words out of my mouth.
There is a little solace that comes from that. If you get beat, you want it to be by the one that goes on to win the whole thing. Of course, if we can start recruiting, maybe hush, Jack. Don't get in trouble on the first night.
Well, we'll definitely see who's listening. Hey, I want to take a minute here and talk to Coach Blake Kraft. He's a high school basketball coach
and a new Lone King Cougar coach.
And the new Lone King Cougar coach. Coach, I know you're excited about having you down at Lone King, but let's talk a little bit about the Troup High basketball. And I know you've got him in off-season workouts. How's that going?
It's going great. We've actually been doing 6 a.m. workouts in the morning, 5 days a week, and the guys have actually been trusting the process really well. When you buy into a process of getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, that's going to take you outside of basketball. That right there will teach you something a lot longer than basketball will.
What kids, Jack, want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, when they would rather be playing video games till 3 in the morning? They may not be operating with many hours of sleep, Coach.
That's exactly right. And we've talked to them about, this last week of testing. We kind of wanted to back off from 6 a.m. work. I said, no, Coach, we're going to take care of grades. And I said, student athlete, you got to be that student first. And we want to make sure they took care of that part. But with 6 a.m. workouts, we got weights 3 days a week. They're really buying into the grind.
You took them to Waffle House yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Jack said you took them to the Waffle House yesterday.
Yeah, we actually took them this morning.
Well, this morning,
it's
okay.
kind of funny when we do a little ball handling workout. And I had already had it planned that, we're going to celebrate the kids that have been coming and working. We weren't going to tell them about it, but we got there. I said, what? It's a perfect day. Let's go and celebrate it. A team that breaks bread together stays together.
Hey, I like his philosophy there. All right, well, that's Coach Blake Kraft, the head basketball coach at Troup High School, and we're going to get more of him a little bit later on in the game, find out what he's got going on down at Lone King, what he anticipates. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Greg, is that why we've been working together so long? Because we like to eat? Is that?
Should we celebrate, Jack?
Schweitzer on the first down as the Tiger offense back on the field picked up about 6 yards on it looked like more of a designed sweep. He had a pitch man available, but he just took it up the field. Good to see him. Nice burst of speed as he's not normally known for running the ball. Third down now for the Tigers. Trips to this near side, single back to the backfield. Schweitzer will take it. He'll pitch it as we come around the outside. Little stutter step, cuts to the 45, goes out of bounds. I think he's going to have the first down.
Did you notice I went and hid behind some of these players? They got pads on. I ain't as tough as I used to be. He was coming right at me, though.
Well, because he knew it'd be a soft landing if he hit you.
Trust me, I'll get out of the way.
You know, folks, I don't know if anybody's enjoying this night more than Greg Hicks. He doesn't have to stand behind the kids tonight. He can get right in front of them.
So, Coach Glisson, I know kind of tough for me to stay up with you, but we noticed both ways. What do you feel about that situation? The outlook?
Well, you know, last year he played defensive line, so we you know, as a sophomore, we know what he can do, but he's so long, and we need a little help at offensive tackle. So Royce is one of those guys that can go both ways. You know, he works really hard conditioning himself, but pretty pleased where we are right now. We look pretty crisp.
Tackle's a heck of a position, and you're right. It looks like he's doing well tonight.
Now it's Zy Varner taking the ball down the right side after a great pass by Nick Schweitzer.
I think Schweitzer has done a good job. A big, it's right. He'll be a junior next year. He's 210 pounds. So I think now we're stopping them. We're not giving up the big plays, and offense pretty good.
Absolutely, Coach. Hey, Jack, did he break in and out on that one?
A little bit. I'm raising the microphone antenna to see if I can get a little bit better signal for you there. Zy Varner gets a big first down for the Tigers inside the 15-yard line. Schweitzer continuing to look good back there. This time, going to make the handoff. Handoff will go to Gooden. Gooden goes pretty much knocked out of bounds at about the 15-yard line on that right side.
Well, that was Trey Williams, Jack.
Trey.
No, and
I'm trying to go without my glasses.
No, it's okay. Trey will be a senior this year, and man, I was looking. Those Newnan kids were just knocking him all, just knocking him. He lost 2 yards on that one, but he kept fighting and trying to make his way back, and wound up be second down and 12. Ball's resting on the 20-yard line. Actually, the 15-yard line.
Tigers leading 7-0, 4:32 left to go in the first quarter of play here at our scrimmage against the Newnan Cougars. Tigers defense and offense playing very well tonight. Schweitzer stands in at the quarterback, backs up to pass, going to throw across the middle, going to fall a little bit short. Pass was intended that time for number 2, Kobe Hudson. So third down now for the Tigers. Greg, something we want to ask Coach Holt about in a little bit. I've noticed a lot of 2 different motions that we didn't run a lot of last year. We'll get a guy going motion, he'll set, then another guy will go in motion after that. Is that a new wrinkle we're looking at the offense this year? Trips to this near side now. Schweitzer stands back in there again. He's got Trey Williams just to his left. And that play is whistled dead. Let's see what we got. Something with Newnan. We don't have a mic on the referee tonight, but as it goes against Newnan, that's 5 more yards for the Tigers. That's their third penalty. That's going to be 25 yards in penalties they've had so far tonight.
Well, at least it's a spring game, and this is where you want to kind of work out the bugs. Just like you'll in the fall of this year, we'll have a kind of a pre-season scrimmage game. I know he's put the schedules out yet, but I don't remember looking and finding out who is our opponent. But yeah, that's where you're going to work the bugs out.
Nick back to pass again, slips down in the backfield at the 30. Had a little bit more pressure on him this time. Tried to cut left, cut right, and just his feet slipped out from under him.
But that's what he needs. He needs to, and not in a good way. In a good way, it helps him with a little pressure put on him because it forces him to see what his feet can do, how he can scramble around. Again, there's no comparing him at this point in time with what Kobe can do because we know, Kobe's able to pick his feet up and move around and keep running. Schweitzer, not as big as Kobe, but certainly it's good that he's pressured like that to see what he can do.
3:32 left to go in the first. 7-0 your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Schweitzer back to pass, throws it way down the field, falls incomplete, intended for Hudson, right at the middle of the field.
They got the D going out. That was the 4th down.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to get with Coach Paul Brewer, who is the quarterback's coach. After he has a chance to talk to Schweitzer, I see him making his way over because I know he's got a couple things of coaching that he wants to talk about.
All right, we're going to take 30 seconds real quick back to the station. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, But your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Well, that was quick. Newnan fumbles the ball on their first play. And it's number 22, Xavier Clark, who recovers the fumble, and the Tiger offense back out on the field.
You know, I was just talking to Coach Paul Brewer, the quarterback's coach here at the Troup High Tigers. And, hey, Coach, I want to get a word with you a little bit when we come back from break. Well, we have to do it later because they're right back on offense, and I know he wants to kind of be right there with
on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The offense on the sideline now talking to coaches. Again, we mentioned we're in the first quarter of play. 3:16 left to go in this first quarter. 7-0 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. The defense has been swarming.
Big 75, Caleb Leslie goes in at left tackle to give Royce White a break. He's a big kid. He's a senior.
Tigers scored on their first time with the ball. 4 and out the second time, and now this is their third time with the ball. Schweitzer pitches it, coming around the outside. Good block to the outside, to the 35, going out of bounds right about the 33-yard line.
Good job, Trey.
Trey Williams, the ball carrier.
I just want you to know I analyzed the situation, the play, and I didn't move, and I got hit on the ankle. I'll be okay, though.
I'll have to call Amy from the sipping shop uptown and have her come pick you up.
Hey, you may encourage people to go to the sipping shop. We need to come to the game, man.
That's true.
It's a lot cheaper to come to the football game than I understand.
No, our wives would never spend money frivolously. No, that's
right.
our job.
You got a lot of the senior, if you will. They're graduating, but they're talking trash to the Newnan corners, telling them that Jarrell Smith and Kobe and what have you going to just run them down. So,
a little outside trap, and another first down for the Tigers going around the left side. It's like Trey Williams, the ball carrier, gets almost to the 20-yard line, about the 21, before he's taken out of bounds.
Yep, they'll spot him out at the 21. I'm watching. What I'm not seeing from the Newnan defense is any aggressive penetration from the corners. They just kind of sit back and wait on the Tigers to come at them. And you can definitely see the Tiger defense is a whole different situation. They're not sitting back. They actually pin their ears and come get you.
No, also our offensive line, great drive off the ball. We're picking 3 yards up before the ball is even put in motion, really. Schweitzer stays in at quarterback. Williams to his right. Twins to the right side. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Schweitzer throws across the middle. Complete. And right into the end zone goes Zy Varner for a touchdown.
Well, he hit Zy Varner just behind the linebackers, and Zy got hit. It looked hard, but it really wasn't. Kind of pushed him backwards. He spun around and walked into the end zone for the second touchdown of the night for the Tigers.
Greg, it's actually kind of comical because there's no one behind him. As he hit him, he actually kind of bounced him about 5 yards up the field. Zy just turned around and walked to the end zone.
Good-looking play. I don't know what kind of dance Coach Glisson and Hudson are doing, but we're going to probably have they may be dancing with the stars pretty soon.
Oh, Lord. Can we call that the Hudson Hustle? Do the hustle. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're going to try the various.
So as these PAT guys, I want to give a word out to Coach Paul Brewer as a quarterback coach. Coach Brewer, you've got Schweitzer playing tonight. What's the thought process? I've heard from Coach Glisson. I want to hear how you feel about that and how what you've seen so far out of Schweitzer.
Nick's done a great job for us since we've been here. He does what he's coached to do. He knows how to run the offense. Every day at practice, we move the ball nonstop, so we have 100% confidence that he can do whatever it is we want him to do. So he's kind of earned the right to come out here and play tonight, and the results have shown for themselves.
We've noticed about Nick when he's played, he's real cool. He just didn't buckle under pressure. If it's coming at him, he stays in the pocket to do.
No, he's been like that since day one. I'd like to say that it was his quarterback coach that instilled that in, but that's not true. I don't think we've ever seen a whole lot phase him, which is great because playing this position, you got to be able to play the next play. You don't have a good drive, you can't sit around and pout about it. You got to go play. So that's important. And you know, everybody's not going to be rah-rah. He's not rah-rah, but who cares? He got 2 touchdown passes tonight, so that's, you know, what else do you need?
Well, attitude reflects leadership, so good job, Coach.
Well, I would love to take credit, but it's, you know, I think he was just born that way. But
If it goes wrong, you might as well take the credit.
no doubt, yeah.
All right.
That's Coach Paul Brewer there.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 14-0 here in the first quarter on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Second down and 4.
Welcome back. Newnan with the biggest gain they've had so far in the ball game. That did get called back from a penalty. Makes a pass. The number 11, Marquarius Kelly, in on the coverage. They try to hand off again in the line and nothing doing, as those Tigers on the front are really not letting Newnan do anything.
Well, you've had Xavier Clark there, junior lineman there, along with Michael Irvin. You know, Michael, late last year, guys, if y'all remember, back in the K-Road game in the playoffs, he hurt his ankle and was unable to make the rest of the season.
It's third down and 4.
Okay, Boykin is telling me it was against Cartersville. It just proves one thing. I'm getting older and can't remember half as much.
They both started with
he
C.
thinks funny.
yeah, they both started with C. You're doing good, Greg. Back to the shotgun. Trips to this near side, and that play will be whistled dead. And I think we're going to have, is it Tiger offsides?
Well, he's asked Morgan to come out. He told him to back up. He's offsides. He's telling him to give me. He's down on the sidelines doing push-ups. One of the things that we're proud of, and as the fans, you just really got to support your coaching staff when they instill a set of disciplines and they adhere to it, no matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're a Boykin or a Hudson or, you know, a 9th grader. You know, if you're expected to do certain things and follow certain rules and listen to the coaches and be coachable, you better do it or you're going to suffer the consequences. And hopefully there's not a parent out there that would disagree with that.
Royce almost offsides there as the Newnan Cougars going to toss sweep back to the far side. Good job by the corners coming up. Great job on that far side by Kobe Hudson, upending the running back.
Kobe had he had crawled up on he was real tight on the wideout. The wideout was trying to stalk block him to create an advantage to the outside. Kobe dove to the inside and just tripped the running back up for actually a loss of 1, but actually a loss of 2. Good job by the defense and Kobe Hudson.
That's the end of the first quarter of play. Tigers leading 14-0 here at the spring game against the Newnan Cougars. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football as we're going to listen to all of our sponsors if we can right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Playing at Troup Brick Mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brick work of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
For number 2, Joshua Harris is in
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Newnan airs it out down the field. It falls incomplete. Good coverage by the Tigers, and now they're going to pass the ball again. Got some pressure on the quarterback. Bounces him out of the pocket. He's up to the 40. Stutter steps, and then he's going, oh, my goodness gracious. Don't set yourself up for Kobe Hudson, because Kobe was coming around that corner. Number 22 for the Tigers, Xavier Clark, had a hand on the quarterback, kind of standing him up, and Kobe kind of looked like he came off the top ring rope and put a big stick on the quarterback.
Well, you can hear the chorus on the sidelines. I'm here with Coach J.C. Copeland. Copeland, you got knocked down a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I got up, though.
He said he got up. He was thinking he would get up like you used to do what down at LSU, what they call it, a tiger. What was you had at?
Big cat drill. Big cat.
You felt like it was a big cat grill.
Nah, because I would have won that one.
Well, you heard it. Copeland's having a lot of fun out here. As always, he and I were both right here in front of Kobe just then when he laid that hit. And, you'd like to see that, even in the spring game, don't you, Coach?
You like to see a little bit of, paths colliding in the middle of spring because it lets you know football's right around the corner.
We were talking about it. I know it's been since, end of November, but, gosh, it just seems like yesterday. And what a good crowd on the home side and from the Newnan side.
It's a good, nice home crowd. I didn't expect the people to show up, but everybody want to see what Troup does this year. And I want to see what Troup does this year. It's like this season went by entirely too fast. It's already back around again, so I'm excited.
Well, my mom always said the older you get, the faster time goes. It seems like it doesn't.
That's a fact. I'm experiencing it right now. It happened too fast.
And that's it from J.C. Copeland, who longtime Tiger, played football here for the Tigers and under Coach Bubba Jeter, and then went on down to LSU, was a 4-year player, fullback at LSU, and done a tremendous job. We're proud to have him back here helping the Tigers out.
Schweitzer swings the pass around the right side. Great acceleration across the 35 down to about the 37.
Trey Williams took that pass, Jack, on a nice little swing out. And, it's kind of like Coach Brewer said, and we picked up on it, Jack, but we're seeing a whole lot more because we're seeing Schweitzer play now more than we've ever seen him play. And he's cool. He's calm.
We're also seeing him play with, Greg, the first team offense.
Well, that's a good point.
We're seeing him. He's got blocking in front of him. He has only been rushed maybe once or twice so far back there in the backfield. So having a great front line in front of you sure does change things.
You're right about that.
He's not having to run from people with chasing him from behind. Schweitzer steps in, calls for it, looking, got a little bit of a rush. He's going to air it out the field. He's going to overthrow his intended receiver.
He had Jarrell Smith on a little down and out, and Jarrell had his man beat. It was a timing route. Schweitzer overthrew him maybe 4 yards. It was out of bounds. He'll get that timing down because he was wide open, and had he caught it, he would have been on the Newnan side of the 40-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, he needs to go buy Trey Williams dinner because he sure did help him from getting his lunch knocked out as they had a stunt coming from the far side that Trey picked up.
It's funny that you noticed that, Jack, because Royce White at the left tackle position is imperative that he keep the man off of from being blindsided. Schweitzer, same thing when Schweitzer's going the other way. As the H-back, Trey has to back up, stay in the backfield, and do some blocking.
Hand off into the line just enough for the first down across the 40. So Trey, great job blocking, great job running right there.
Yeah, I keep looking. I want to talk to Kobe, but I don't know if he's come off the field yet. Of course, Coach told the truth. He said he doubted that Kobe would take any snaps. He didn't say. He just said he doubted he would take any snaps, Jack.
Well, let's also remember this is where he kind of started his career at Troup High School as a wideout.
That's true.
He made a name for himself.
He was a standout freshman.
Schweitzer got some pressure if they're finally going to get to him this time as Newnan's dialing up some blitzes.
I look up in the booth and I see Frankie, and I want to just give a shout out to Frankie Holmes and Walmart retail there on New Franklin Road. Frankie's one of the managers there to the Walmart store on New Franklin Road.
Is that with an S on it, the Walmart's?
Walmart store. He just was so wonderful for the Troup High Touchdown Club this past month, earlier this month, when we had our annual golf tournament on Friday, May the 3rd, of which you guys are listening. You want to participate next year. We had a wonderful time. It'll be the first Friday in May. I can't remember the date, but Frankie was so gracious, along with Walmart, in donating several of the prizes. There were so many companies out there supporting your Troup High Tigers in their endeavor to raise money for these guys on the sidelines right now to help, like I said earlier, pregame meals, postgame meals, protein, and maybe some needed non-uniform equipment. So shout out to Frankie Holmes and Walmart. Appreciate it, buddy.
He gave the old thumbs up. He's got to be careful with his hands, though, because, he's a cornhole master.
True. That's right.
They won the league up here at Wild Leaf Brewery, and from what I understand, they're going to be traveling to take on some other folks and just continue on with the success he's had in that little sport. I just want to hit the board. This guy's just airmailing it right into the hole every time. Schweitzer, again, they got a huge rush. He's going to throw it across the middle. Intended there for Smith. It's going to fall incomplete.
Tyler Kitchens. I was watching him on the sidelines earlier, and it's like, wow, he is you can tell Tyler's an interior lineman, like he might have been the right guard. And he is put on some weight this year. He's not only food weight, but dead weight as far as lifting weights. And looks like him and one of the defensive linemen didn't really agree on choice of words this end. That's good. Get a little fire going on.
So now a fourth down punt will give the ball back over to Newnan. Although we didn't actually punt the ball, they're just going to place it down there at the 30. Actually walking it up now to 35, 36, 35. 35 and a half, Frankie said. Got those cornhole eyes. See.
I'm getting old when I'm sitting here talking to Coach Daphne Wortham. Man, I went to school with your mama.
Hey, they told me about you.
Oh, don't tell everything you know now. Oh, you've been told. They didn't tell you everything, I know.
Hey, they warned me long time ago about you, long time ago. So guess what? What I see, what I get, my man.
Coach, are you excited what you've seen in spring practice so far?
Absolutely, man. My main thing I really want to see with that defense, man. And I tell you one thing about the defense. Hey, those guys are flying around. Offense going to score. I'm not worried about offense. They're going to put up points. This is what I want to see, and I'm seeing exactly what I want to see out there defense tonight.
Well, I think Jack Mormon up in the booth pointed that out, that the defense is just flying around like crazy, and it's neat for the fans to see it. We've always said defense wins championships, and we're just right on the edge. We went to the semifinals last year, and I know the coach wants to expand on that as well.
Absolutely, man. Like I say, if we get this defense, like I say, it's a lot of these young guys, they first year out here playing. A lot of them been waiting in the wings of King Makuta, Kevin Martin, Joko Willis. So these guys finally getting their chance to shine, and now it's their time now. Yeah. And so with more experience and more playing, hey, the sky the limit for this team this year, and I think we're going to make another deep run again this year.
Well, that's what the fans are hoping for. And, I was talking to J.C. Copeland. What a tremendous fan turnout for a spring game.
Hey, one thing about it, those Tigers sell tickets. Everybody know that. We sell tickets.
You heard that from Coach Wortham. And Tiger supporter went to school here at Troup, and it's good to have these guys come back home and help the Tigers out, Jack.
Get your popcorn and get ready to watch some Tiger football. It's 7:54 left to go in the first half of play. Tigers leading 14-0. Newnan actually starting to move the ball a little bit against the Tigers across the 50. Now the ball rests at about the 47-yard line. Hudson out here at the corner. I think we're seeing a few younger guys starting to swamp in and out here on this defense, Greg. Newnan back in an I formation now. Hand the ball off to the tailback. He stopped the line of scrimmage. Wow, he is stuffed.
Royce White, give him credit. His mouthpiece fell out, went in over the line of scrimmage. He thought about reaching for it, and I saw Big Al Johnson, the line judge, shaking his head. Royce backed up, went through the play, helped make the tackle, and then got his mouthpiece out. So good job, Royce. Good heads up. So not just anybody would have known not to reach across that line of scrimmage and pick up that mouthpiece.
Jeremiah Holston also there in the tackle. Kind of came off the bottom of the pile. Good job of stuffing it right in the gap.
You know, I want to get Andy Boykin. He snuck up here beside me, and I want to talk to him about what he's seeing on defense. He's taking the night off, but I know he's excited about what he's seeing. Andy, is a senior, and I know you've got some college prospects out there, and but what do you feel about this defense? So I know you want to be out there, but hey, what do you feel about what you're seeing out here so far?
I'm seeing some real good things out of this. Still got a long ways to go as far as what we want to be. But I'm seeing some real great things out of Royce, Jeremiah Holston, and those guys. Xavier Clark stepping up, first year starting. So I'm just seeing a good thing out of them, and especially Jabraylon Gooden out there.
Well, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. As a senior, definitely highly recruited prospect, the kids are going to be, the teammates are going to be looking for you to be the leader on defense, and if not and Kobe on offense for sure. Are you ready for that role?
Yes, I've been ready for that role. Coach G been prepping me up for it. I was really kind of a leader last year, but now I'm really just stepping into my leadership role really good.
Well, good. We're excited for you, and we hope your senior year is your best year ever.
Thank you.
All right, that was Andy Boykin, who is our starting defensive tackle. You got some guys that kind of, as I would say, injured reserve list. But anyway, we're taking a night off, and good to see him out here and helping the kids out, giving them pats on the back.
Newnan, after the timeout, comes back out here. Ball rests on the 50-yard line. Trips to this near side. Single back in the backfield as the quarterback goes under center. Takes the snap, backs up the pass, swings it out complete, and he is wrapped up. My goodness, we forgot what an incredible defensive player Kobe Hudson has. And that was about the best open field tackle I've seen in a long time.
It is, and not to take anything away, but the receiver was about 5'2", and Kobe come in about 6'7" on that play.
Golly.
I mean, he said, "Welcome to Callaway Stadium, baby."
That just makes you smile right there. Again, and they're not vicious like trying to hurt people licks. They're just good football plays, Greg.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're not helmet to helmet or anything like that. They're good form tackle.
Yep. Quarterback, he's going to go down, sacked in the backfield, back behind the 45-yard line by a host of Tiger tacklers.
You got Holston. You got some mouthing going on. But, hey, offensive line's getting beat like crazy, and they're getting mad right now.
Yeah, they're getting beat bad.
But you got Jabraylon Gooden, Jeremiah Holston, and Zy Varner all in the backfield on that tackle as if nobody blocked them.
Now, they were, bless the quarterback's heart, he had him in his face just as he turned to look downfield. And also, great job by the Tiger defense to just walk away from the situation. The whole team turned and just headed back to the sideline. Unsportsmanlike against the Tigers. Unsportsmanlike against the Cougars. Offsetting. So we'll keep on rolling.
Hey, Jack, kudos to you. He doesn't need a microphone. You're repeating. He's reading his lips. Your eyesight has vastly improved. I just want you to know.
I tell you what, I can see exactly what he said.
He was, word for word, you were like just right behind him. So good job, Coach G's getting an idea of who started it, who finished it, and where we were with it.
Go slap Big Al on the back of the head there while he's sitting in front of you.
Nah, I've already talked to him. I don't want to be mean to Big Al.
Well, just tell Jack said hey.
He said he didn't do nothing. Jack said hello. He's coming over for chicken on Sunday, boy.
I don't have enough chicken.
I don't know. He's done a good job of keeping his weight off.
I tell you what, proud of that young man. I say young man, he's all right my age. But I tell you what, talk about a guy that you could depend on the field. He's done a great job officiating over the years, too. So the Tigers.
He has.
As the ball, let's see, is he going to go back with the Tigers now? Was that fourth down? One of the things about the little more loosey-goosey style we got here, folks, is we're sometimes having to play catch-up with the officials. So the Tiger offense heading back out on the field.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know if it's offense, defense, and offsetting penalties and what have you.
So the Tigers will actually have to move the ball down the field to score this time. 14-0 is your score. We're in the first half of play. 6:21 left to go. Schweitzer will stand back in there. He'll call for it. Fake the handoff. Throws it. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Jarrell Smith. And I'll tell you what, Jarrell's a little upset. He's had a couple sail over his head. That was about the closest he's had.
Second down and 10.
So 2nd and 10. As Chance Giddens, the voice of the Tigers here at the PA, You can hear him kind of in the background there. Tigers milling around, waiting for the call to come from the sidelines. They've got it. Trey Williams back in the backfield beside the quarterback.
So I was just talking to Royce White. Hey, Royce, are you good with going on the radio? And all of a sudden, he went starstruck on me. And I was like, it's okay. It's okay.
As the season wears on. Okay.
I said, hey, I want to talk to you in a minute.
Schweitzer gets the ball out into the flats, complete to number 23 of the Tigers, Luke Purnell. We talked about him in the pregame. Great catch by him and a first down for the Tigers.
You know, Luke has been a underutilized tight end, but he was in motion from his slot position. He kind of came out to the wide out, turned it upfield, kind of a bigger wheel route. If you know, most wheel routes are kind of tight and they work on the outside, but he came from the inside, wheeled to the outside wide open, and picked up about 17 yards. And excellent hands, and I personally, I would love to see Purnell incorporated into the offense a little bit more this year. Maybe so.
Trips to the right. Schweitzer steps back in there, takes the snap, hands the ball left the line. Great hole for him at the 50, 40, 35. Still on his feet as Williams is going to go all the way down to the 23-yard line. And I tell you what, if he had not been slightly tripped, he could have gone into the end zone.
You know, you like to see the balance that Trey Williams brings to the table, and he was hit 2 or 3 times on his run, but he kept moving those legs and he kept spinning his body, turning and moving, and always going north and south. That's what you like to see with a running back, especially on third-year starter as Trey Williams is.
Fakes the handoff. Schweitzer airs it out to the corner, jumping up in the air as the man.
All right, they're gonna say Zy Varner, who caught it and stepped in the end zone, probably used his left hand to push off to get up over him, and that's what they're going to call him. So.
All right, I was having trouble seeing from. I put my binoculars down at the last moment. Coaches are wanting a touchdown. The pass interference. Actually, pass interference against. Actually, they call it against the defense. It is a touchdown.
Well, we'll take it.
All right, that's where we got to knock a little rust off ourselves. But a touchdown by Schweitzer, his 3rd touchdown pass tonight. And this one goes to Zy Varner.
And, you know, he aired it out. He probably was on about when the ball was on a 23-yard line. He was probably sitting at about the 31 or 32-yard line and just smooth, put it in the front court of the end zone. So just what you're looking for out of a quarterback and a nice pass. I'm going to go down and see if I can.
All right, while you're doing that, we're going to take another 60-second break real quick. Okay. Back to our sponsors. We'll talk to them when we get back. 21-0. The Tigers are leading here at the spring game on Eagle Sports.
And the extra point is good.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential and commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks. And, Greg, you got all those guest stars down there you get to talk to. Well, I caught one up here.
Oh, did you?
Yes, as I have Johnny Hurd, who's been the leader of the Troup High School band program for years. He's stepping away from the program, moving to Hurd County as Newnan with a big pass down the field called at the 20-yard line.
Tell Johnny that if he wants to run for politics in Hurd County, Hurd for Hurd. We got it, baby.
You've already got the T-shirt. You already got the T-shirt made.
Absolutely, Hurd for Hurd.
It's Hurd's Hurd.
Well, I'll tell you, Johnny, I've got to know you since you were a kid. Loved your dad. He was a professor of mine at the college, and to see you, the success you've had in growing this program, and now the opportunity to go and really to take on the program to continue to help it to grow as their football team grows. I know this is an exciting chance for you.
It really is. It's really bittersweet, especially to be here tonight and see the band kids. I'm really thankful for this Tiger Nation. I've been here 14 years. I came here in 2005.
No way.
So I did 14 years here, plus the 4 that I was wearing the blue and gold on the field with the marching band. So I got a lot of history here. I'll never give it up. I got a lot of blue and gold in the closet. You got to imagine that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really also happy that I've got one of my former students, Logan Herta, who is going to be the new band director.
Really? That's great.
And so I'm really beside myself knowing that somebody who understands the traditions of the band will be stepping in and taking it over and keeping it going.
Well, just think about that as you kind of took the baton from your band director, and now one of your students is taking the baton from you, so he's got to stay around 14 years to get build up the next generation.
I certainly hope that he will. Ray Johnson was here for 31 years. I don't know that anybody can really really compete with that.
So maybe it was Ray's first year teaching when he taught me, maybe back in the day.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short. You're not that old. But I really am thankful. Thank you so much for all the years of having me up here in the press box with you. I've enjoyed talking shop with you. I really like how much of the shout-outs you give to the band and the time that you've given them on the radio and on the TV. I hope that continues.
We'll definitely continue to support the program big time. Now, you got to make sure to tell them that they need to come up here and see me. And I need to make sure to get introduced to everybody with the program as it changes. But I just want to express my opinion again, how proud I am of you. You've done a tremendous job with this program. I've seen a lot of kids very happy, a lot of parents that they don't support a loser. They don't support someone that doesn't support their kids. And these folks have turned out for you for years.
Well, and I love them all, and it's like they're my own kids. And I'm really thankful to have been able to teach all these kids. It's been great, Jack. Thank you so much.
All right, that's just Johnny Hurt. Let's take a quick 30-second break back at the station. We come back. We got lots more here at the Spring Show. Spring Games. I said Spring Show. The Spring Game right here on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Is a big play by Newnan, got them all the way down to the 20. But, Greg, it's fourth down now. They're really struggling to move the ball anymore.
It's on a pass. About the best thing they've done as far as yardage-wise is when they go vertical on us, and they've been able to kind of exploit our DBs a little bit. But we kind of knew that going into it. But running game, hey, it's running stout. Running defense is pretty stout right now.
A timeout call by the Tigers.
Hey,
well, I believe with you, Greg. Go ahead.
I've got Coach Torrey Pike down here from Long Cane, and as you and I came here before we got on radio, we was noticing, wow, what a demonstration they put on, and we got some good athletes down there, Coach.
We got a couple. We got a couple guys that really know how to play football a little bit. I will say it's been blessed to be in Troup County with the athletes we get out of LaGrange, and we get out of West Point, Rosemont, Long Cane, those areas. Man, we're really blessed with the athletes that we get.
Well, we didn't realize, but you had like the 7th. I understand the 8th grade is going to be scrimmaging, but that was the 7th grade, right?
Yes, sir. That'll be next year's 8th grade team. They're currently in the 7th grade. They'll be in the 8th grade next year. So we just kind of do something different, have a little fun atmosphere, let them play where they're going to play at many years to come. So,
hey, Greg, ask him about number 13, the quarterback.
So Jack's wanting to know about number 13. A lot of these kids we just don't know by name, and we would like to get to know them because we expect to be calling their names out for years to come. But number 13, he actually looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah. He's a name that's pretty well known around here at Rec League Parks. His name's Mateo Todd. It's actually one of my assistant coach, Brandon Todd's son, who's a diehard Troup guy, played quarterback, safety here. So, yeah, Teo's a special kind of athlete. I mean, he's a great leader. I mean, he's got a lot of upside. So, I mean, he definitely leads the team by example, and it's awesome.
Well, that's the, a 7th grader, really. I know he's a rising 8th grader, but still to stand up and it takes a little bit more maturity. And you know, I don't know if I'm just getting older, but I'm starting to see the kids in the middle school seem to have a little bit more maturity than maybe I did and some of our classmates when we were in middle school.
I think a big thing for us is the great coaching staff we have, and we understand, like as athletes, football comes easy to these kids. Now it's more mental toughness, or what it takes to be a man. That's what we're focusing on. Like, being an athlete's easy for these kids. The thing is, do you know what it takes to be a man? Can you play 4 quarters, play for your brothers, that kind of standpoint? These kids buy in. I mean, you start to see the results of it, because I expect this team to have a chance to play for another league championship, and it's awesome to see them buy into the program.
Newnan's going to go into the end zone there. They'll score a touchdown.
Speaking of league championships, you've had a couple while you've been down there, right?
Yes, sir. I've won 2 out of 3 in my 3 years as head coach. The 1 year that we did not win it, I mean, we just kind of got matched up against the team. It was just, they had a kid that was just better than everything we had, but those kids still played hard. They got to the ball game, which is huge. And then last year we won it all again. And last year we beat Opelika, Auburn, Central Phoenix City, which is their high school won a state championship. That's a 7A football team. So there's a lot of talent coming up through Troup High School right now.
Perfect. Hey, Jack, that's what we want to hear, right? You fans listening out there on the radio, you got to be excited, not only what you hear on the field tonight from the varsity, but kind of what we can expect over the next 3 to 5 years coming up from Long Cane Middle School.
Great job, guys. As we mentioned, Newnan did put it in the end zone, so 7 points on the board for them with 3:03 left to go in the first half of play. 21-7 is your score. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station, let you hear from our sponsors once again right here at the spring game on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as the Tiger offense back out on the field. Schweitzer throws it across the middle to complete to Hudson. Hudson's upended just short of the 40-yard line. So it'll be second down and 1 for the Tigers. As again, we're at the spring game here. We're at Callaway Stadium. Got a couple of raffles coming up that you'll hear about. One's for $100, and the other is the opportunity to call the first play of the second half. Actually go into the locker rooms at halftime, talk to the kids, and get a chance to call that play. So that'll be a lot of fun. Trips to this near side. Schweitzer going to toss sweep at the 40. Picks up the first down. Trey Williams gets near the 50. He'll go to bounds at about the 48. Time ticks down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
First down, Tigers.
We truly appreciate all the coaches and Johnny Hurd, some of the other folks that are coming up and talking to us during the contest tonight. Is trying to make this as interactive for you, the fans, as we can. Make it a little bit different than just a standard spring game. Hope you're enjoying it tonight. Twins to the right side. Kind of man in motion back to the far side. Schweitzer fakes the handoff, complete out in the flats to Varner. Varner's going to pick up the first down and more. Excuse me, that's Jarrell Smith. I'm sorry. Braylon Smith. No, Jarrell. I'm going to get it right in a second. Jarrell Smith. So another first down at the Tigers. They started at the 30. They're moving the ball down the field very well. Tigers continue to have Nick Schweitzer in at the quarterback position. He'll be a senior next year. And tell you what, he is really doing a great job tonight. Varner wide to the right side. Here comes the snap. Schweitzer has a man in his face. He'll sprint to his right and go out of bounds right back at the line of scrimmage, about the 40-yard line. And a nice little sidestep to avoid really any major contact. So good job by him. A good heads-up play by the quarterback, Nick Schweitzer.
It's second down and 10.
Clock continues to tick down. Just a little bit left here. About 1:09 left to go in the first half. And here we go again. Nick wants to put another score on the board if he possibly can here to end this first half. There's the snap. He fakes the toss. He's going to run the ball back to the right, up the field to the 35-yard line. A nice 5-yard gain by the quarterback.
Nick Schweitzer on the keeper.
Coach is going to no huddle, get right back on it.
Cougars, Jacob Thomas.
Time's ticking down, 40 seconds. As we mentioned, 21-7 is your score. This offense kind of wants to get another play, get another chance at that end zone. Smith and Hudson wide to this near side, along with Zy Varner. He'll swing it out to Williams. Williams going to try to get to the corner. Cuts back inside. Got some blocking on the other side of him. Gets across the 35 down to the 33. Short of the first down. 14 seconds left to go. Unless we call a timeout, that might do it. They got to go. They got to go. They got to go. That's what Coach is really trying to do, is get them to hustle to the line of scrimmage. Schweitzer takes it. Backs the pass. The horn sounds. He throws it to the end zone. Double and triple coverage back there. It's going to be intercepted. In fact, it was double coverage on Hudson. They'll make the interception. Flag falls. And the young man's finally brought down just shy of the 15-yard line. I think we're going to probably have a holding call going against Newnan there. But it's kind of all for naught. Maybe not Schweitzer's most well-advised pass, as it was two guys just right in front of Hudson. Hudson, though, tried to jump up and over the guys to get to the ball, but just fell a little bit short, and he wasn't able to get there. The officials look like they're just going to wave that off to end the first half, and that's what they'll do. 21-7 is your score as the first half is over. We're going to go ahead and take let you listen to all of our sponsors, all 5 of our sponsors tonight that have been such a great help. And then when we come back, we'll tell you about the different raffles that we've got, and we'll be ready for the second half right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're at halftime here, and I got abandoned there by my partner, Greg.
Well,
is just down there talking to folks and having a good time.
You know, I was talking to Maurice Swain, who went to play and ended his college career at Auburn, and was talking about the NFL. And then I come up here, and I'm running into Coach Smith, and then we're talking about the offensive line coach, Coach McNamee, and all of a sudden I said, oh, yeah, he took Coach Manning's place. And then we talked Manning up. He walks up, and I said, well, nobody can really take Coach Manning's place. And Manning, you've been over at LaGrange College for a while. How's that feeling over there, of course, as far as high school goes?
There is no teaching responsibilities, kind of work on football all day. So, but no, it's going good. We're excited. I'm excited to be back home, and hopefully we can do something special here.
Well, you know, if I heard correctly a couple weeks ago, you actually, I don't know if it was you personally, but somebody came over and kind of offered a guy or two a chance to play at LaGrange College.
Yeah, we ended up evaluating Trey Williams, running back, class of 2020, and I think he's a special kid, got great grades, and kind of fits the mold of what we're looking for.
Well, we would love to see you guys, to continue to build that program over there. And, Coach Chambers, we saw him out on the field before the game, and it's just exciting things going on at LaGrange College. And anytime you can keep some of these local guys local here, get a good college degree, and get them a chance to play the college football and to help you build your program, I see that as a win-win.
There ain't no doubt. There's a lot of good football players here in this county, and we win this county along with the state of Georgia. I think we got a chance to be really, really special.
Well, I know local fan base is certainly pulling for you guys. Go Panthers.
All right, Coach Chambers actually was here earlier in the ballgame talking to Coach Glisson, and it was kind of nice to see them supporting this team.
That's right.
We're going to take another break. Greg, you got to find out what's going on with the raffle, man. I want to see if I can win $100.
That's right.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have all that for you here. We're at halftime of the spring game right here on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
Welcome back to Tiger football. We're at the spring game here. As Greg, tell us, the folks out there, what's going on the field right now. Is we've got the gold pants on the field.
This is the rising 8th graders, so they're actually currently finishing up their 7th grade year. Their 8th grade year at Long Cane. No, actually, these will be 8th graders next year at Long Cane. So what we did before the game, if we remember, we saw the 7th grade, the current 7th grade. They'll be 8th graders next year, actually. So these will be 9th graders as you see these kids coming out on the field now. So they're rising 9th graders. That's why you see the varsity coaches out there, not the Long Cane coaches. So as you see Coach Glisson say, let's go, hustle, hustle. So these are what we call the rising 9th graders. So they've been up practicing, spring practice with the varsity, and you can see some of these kids coming off. They got the big eyes because they got all the varsity coaches out there coaching them, and it's kind of a new thing for them, and they're not, without the Long Cane coaches.
Well, they're getting run through their paces. That's for sure out there.
Yep.
Look good against each other.
And I wished I had a roster, but if right now I want to get a hold of current and soon to be, well, who knows? I don't know what's going on, but we're going to call him assistant principal and current athletic director, Troup High, Coach Schweitzer. You also have a son out here playing. He's not the first son you've had playing football out here, is he?
I've actually got two. 81 is Ben out there right now. I'm watching him play. There's a touchdown right there.
So I didn't realize Schweitzer. That name's going to be around a long time, Jack.
Looks like it.
Well, let's tell us about what's going on the field. How you like the way your son's quarterbacking tonight? How do you feel about that?
Well, he's worked hard. You know, I've never talked to any of the coaches about anything, about any kind of playing time. I only talk about logistics, if the bus is going to be here or if the referees are going to show up. So I was kind of surprised when he started, and so I thought he did well. He played well through 3 touchdowns, 1 interception there at the end, but as the horn was sounding, but had a pretty clean pocket, so the guys up front did a good job. Yeah, I mean, I think we're pleased overall. You know, it allows Kobe to play both ways, and so, you know, Nick's worked hard. He's been in weight room this whole time, and he's bought in. He's a kind of a system guy, you know. He's kind of a team guy. So we're just real proud of him, and we're proud of the effort that the guys have put out.
You mentioned he had some good blocking, so I think the team knows, hey, look, this could be our guy, and we've got the talent across the team that will allow Kobe to do other things if we need him to go in that direction. Let's make sure that we protect our guy, because it's kind of the unwritten rule. You know, the quarterback's kind of the captain. I mean, whether he is the captain or not, it's kind of always been that rule, and so they need to protect him, and they've done a good job, and so smooth on his passes. Timing right out here. You know, this is really, as far as I know, and I guess he's had more playing time tonight than we've seen him in a while as far as consistent playing time.
Yeah, he played a little in the spring game last year and mop-up duty, and it's kind of sparingly, you know, throughout the season last year. But this is really the first real kind of, you know, chance for him to get into the flow of the game. And so I thought he did well. We'll go look at the tape, and we'll see. And
playing against the first team with a first-team offense.
It's fun. The coaches have done a great job. I'm really just so proud of all these guys and the way we've turned our program around over the last few years. And I think we're headed in a direction. I really feel like we could be just as good as we were last year, if not better. So it's an exciting time to be a Troup Tiger, and I'm proud, and I thank you guys for being here all the time and supporting us.
Well, we wouldn't have it any other way. And, you know, Jack made a good point just then. He says, hey, he's playing with the number ones. A lot of times when you get the backup, whoever it is, whether it's but particularly quarterback, he doesn't really play with the number ones. But he's felt like a starter tonight, and he's actually looked really smooth. And so I know you're proud for him. And yeah, that's good words now, because a lot of fans up there saying, especially Rodney Costley, and I see him sitting over there listening to us, and he says, hey, Greg, what do you think we're going to look like next year? It's like, I don't know. We're going to find out in a little bit.
All right, thanks, Greg, for talking with Coach Schweitzer. Let's go ahead and don't get hit. As again, they're having a great time out there. These young Tigers are flying around the field. They just outdistance the coaches. None of the coaches have the closing speed that they need. Let's go ahead and take another break. Listen to all 5 of our sponsors. Come back. We'll find out what's going on with this raffle. See if Greg has won $100 or actually the chance to call the first play. We'll talk more about that when we come back right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're at the spring game and a great crowd here at Callaway Stadium. And I hope that the folks that have some of the other events going on are having a good time up. I know up in town they've got some things they're sponsoring, the Strings Attached program, the Sip and Shop, the Downtown Merchants.
Speaking of Sip and Shop, Zeke Parks listened to us religiously, and we appreciate that. But Zeke said it's much more fun at the Sip and Shop. I was like, what? Can't believe you call us out like that, Jack.
Well, Zeke's probably been do more sipping than shopping. Maybe that's why.
You're right. You're right. So, hey, let me get a word in with Coach Glisson. You and I were talking a while ago about, so your feel for the first half, what did you wrong?
Oh, man, I think we did some great things. I mean, it's 21-7. We gave up the one sack in the red zone that really prevented us from putting some more points on the board. They went a double move, had about 60-yard, 65-yard pass. I thought we were very physical on defense. That was really, really good to see. I thought our offensive line held up for the most part. Schweizer's a little different back there than Kobe. So, those times where he's getting pressure, Kobe's probably tucking it and running the ball. But we're getting everybody in. It's just a great night. I can't say enough about that Long Cane scrimmage, and now we've got all of our rising 9th graders and a couple of rising 10th graders out here. Tyson Duncan throwing a couple good balls, and playing over 100 people, and that's good.
Well, Jack and I noticed when we first got here how the 7th grade bunch looked for Long Cane and Coach Todd's son. We didn't realize who number 13 was, but he looks cool for a rising 8th grader.
Every time I've seen Teo, he has been calm, cool, and collected. Even on the basketball court, on the football field, he's just very collected. Even when I saw him down at the West Point Rec playing when he was little, we knew he was going to be something special. And speaking of West Point Rec, they competed, won some championships down there this year. I think the future's bright for the Tigers.
Your strongest fan, Rodney Costley, asked me a while ago, how the Tigers going to look next year, Greg? I said, well, we're going to see in just a few minutes, but I know he's listening.
Well, and I appreciate Rodney. He's always there supporting us, and we got a long ways to go. But, I told you a couple weeks ago, I think we've built it to where we can sustain some success. I'm not saying we're going to be a semifinal team every year. That's hard to do.
Yes.
But these guys like to compete. The coaches coach them hard. The weight room's been good to us. The $15 million athletic facility going up at Troup's going to be jam up. So we're just excited.
Well, I think the fan base, what a great time to be a Troup Tiger for sure. And we're trying to, maybe Schweitz is up there. We're trying to find out who's won the raffle, who's going to be calling your offensive play the first play.
Well, I think we did away with that one. We didn't really have a lot of success with that one, but we are still on for the kick, the extra point for the $100. So if we have to, we can do it between the 3rd and 4th quarter.
I got a $20 bill. You want to kick at least half? I got $20 with a kick in me.
That'll get you 4 tickets.
Well, you heard it there. Coach is really excited. It's been a fun night so far, Jack, and it always helps when the Tigers win,
I get tickled, Greg. We talked about calling the plays. How many times over the years have you and I from the booth said, I think what we ought to do in this next play is, and then they do it?
That's true. That's true.
It's mostly when I've said it, not you, but it's been a fun little thing over the years. Getting a chance to be involved. And again, I'm just really pleased with this staff that Coach continues to build. The consistency, let's tell the legend. Coming in 1-9 in the first season, everybody's kind of heads down. What in the world's going to happen? Who's this Glisson guy? Why should we be on any kind of Glisson mission? And then you watch the 6-4 turnaround, kind of moving on down the line until the great success we had last year.
Well, the 1-9 turnaround, if you will. You know what I mean?
Going from the 1-9, right?
Absolutely. But yeah, you're right. It's hard to. It's hard to. I've always said it's hard to be that champion, whatever you define that champion would be. Different everybody's definition of success might be different. It all depends on who you talk to, and it all depends on your talent and what you've got. And, you may be successful in your own eyes, but bottom line is it's tough enough and challenging enough to get to that certain level. But what's even tougher is to sustain it and to repeat that level and try to increase on that level. What a tough thing to do, and he's got him in a good position now to, as he said earlier, to sustain that level of performance that the football players are starting to expect it, and certainly the fan base is obvious. It's third quarter of the spring game, and the stands are still way over half full. There's nobody leaving tonight, and they're hanging out along the fence line down by the concession stand. It's like, this is fun. I think the folks are ready for some football.
Well, I tell you what, people are always ready for some football, although for some reason we can't have two national leagues. I've never understood why we couldn't have any other kind of football. That's always been weird to me. Let's take one set of breaks. When we come back, we'll get ready for the second half of play as coaches getting the guys together. We're having a great time as the Tigers are leading 21-7 here at the spring game on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and view some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4071.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Sorry about that little lull there as I was looking down the field, waving at some folks. Again, a tremendous crowd tonight. Our thanks to all the folks that have turned out. And even if you came for the first half and you may be driving home listening to us, thank you so much for the way that you continue to support this broadcast. Remember, we're always on 96.9, and also we're on 1240 WLAG, and also on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com. Well, Greg, down the field, they've broken the, kind of the big huddle they had. We're getting ready. We just need Newnan to come back out. Are they wanting one of those second groups? We've got the time is clicked down. That's the end of the half. Now Newnan's starting to trickle out on the far side, so it'd be good to actually get this thing started in just a minute. But it's been a lot of fun tonight as these two teams come. Let's look at the scoring that took place in the first half just to kind of run you through that. Again, Nick Schweitzer has been your quarterback all night long. Kobe Hudson has been on the field. We've seen him make a couple of big catches, a couple of big hits on the defensive side. Newnan fumbled the ball. Actually, they fumbled the ball several times in the first half. The Tigers were able to score with a big touchdown to Jarrell Smith by the quarterback Schweitzer, 7-0, as all four kickers are having a chance to kick at that extra point, and all four made it. Second touchdown came on the hands of Zy Varner as Schweitzer threw it to him. A big touchdown there to make it 14-0 after all four kickers were able to kick the extra point. And then towards the end of the first half, Zy called another one. Had a big run by Trey Williams to set that up. Luke Purnell did a great job of making a first down catch in that drive, and it was 21-0. They did have a big a pass down the field. Newnan was able to get some points on the board. So 21-7 is your score right now. Greg standing down there on about the 35-yard line. How's things, man?
Well, they're going well. I think what they have, I've watched a lot of the starters are taking the tape off and they're not taking the shoulder pads off yet. Well, some of them are. So we're going to see not a lot of the senior starters, not a lot of the junior starters. So you're going to find, but again, this is about what do we have in the well house. So we're about to find out and how they match up with Newnan's second string. And Newnan may come out and start the second half with their first string. We don't know.
Well, one of the things I think we saw is what we want out of the upper classmen, the ones that will be our juniors and seniors for next year. They performed very well on both the defensive and the offensive side. In fact, defense, really the most impressive thing to me. And then Schweitzer, who was just kind of a revelation in the first half, able to throw 3 different touchdown passes, had only 1 interception late in the first, and it was really kind of just a throwaway ball. Again, a lot of pressure in his face, made some very brave throws with guys right there at him. Ran the ball himself, was able to pick up some yardage down the field, something that usually we hadn't seen a lot of in Schweitzer.
No, you're right. But it's like his dad said. He said, as an AD and, helping coach, he said, I don't get involved with that. That's the coach's decision. And, slowly but surely, Nick has come around and performed well enough at practice. He's also very coachable, very disciplined. And, one of the things that Coach did mention, though, when you're an offensive line and you're blocking for a quarterback that has a type of movement that's a dual threat, if you will, like a Kobe Hudson, you've got to block differently for a Schweitzer who's more of a pocket guy that expects you to keep him safe, and he's going to look at it than you do from a lineman standpoint. And you and I both were linemen, and so we know that when we got a quarterback that may take off any second now, you may release your block maybe a half a second sooner.
Well, also you're going to have to get down the field and block for that mobile quarterback too.
True, and so but when you got a Schweitzer back there, you got to keep working and holding your block. So a little bit different mindset, the comparisons of the two quarterbacks.
Some new numbers out of the field. Starting this time is number 18, Tyson Duncan is your quarterback. As he heads the ball off into the line.
Tyson just then was he's got him listed as a sophomore. I wanted to, man, time flies. I was thinking he's still a freshman, but at any rate, he actually is a freshman. He's a rising sophomore. So, but
I was down from behind on that play.
He's a lefty, and I'm still hoping for good things out of him. But the quarterback slot, you hope that you're a lot of like these colleges that you've got more than one opportunity to compete for quarterback. You hope that every position out here that you've got some competition, some excellent starters, and some excellent depth, behind it.
Well, I just saw Jace Godwin is back at the tailback and had a good run on his first down. Kind of feeling his way about there. Also,
technically Jace is just a sophomore. But he's also a 2-year starter, so he has a little bit more experience over a lot of these guys on the field already.
Tyson hit as he throws the ball, but complete down the field, and it'll be a first down for the Tigers.
Complete to number 85, Jack. Help me out with that name there. That is Dwortney Wortham.
We were talking about him just a little bit ago.
Yeah, that must be Dwortney's son.
Yep.
It must be DJ for junior. But he hung in up there for sure.
The Tigers looking good here as they get the second half started. You got some of the younger guys, as we mentioned, in there at the various positions. Still running the same offense.
Yeah, I've got Kobe Hudson down here. And, hey, Kobe, the Tiger fans have been listening to us on the radio for at least 3 years. And, you've been a 3-year starter and made a huge name for yourself as a freshman coming out here and talent well beyond most freshmen. As you know, you're smart enough to know that you were kind of an exceptional athlete as a freshman. And, you're a senior now. This is your senior season, and there's a possibility that, you may have an option to do some different things as far as if Nick's able to help you out at quarterback. But you're the kind of player that's kind of a most valuable player. And how do you see your role as far as a senior leader goes this year?
I'm just going to do whatever the team need me to do. I'm going to play receiver. They need me to play receiver. I play quarterback. They need me to play quarterback. And I'm going to play defense, too.
That's exactly what the coach wants to hear. When you talk about being a leader, you first got to be a servant. And it sounds like you've got that servant attitude as coach. I'm here to play, serve wherever you need to. And that's what the fans have come to see, and they appreciate your talents. But how do you feel about the prospects this year as far as what you've seen so far at spring practice into the fall this year?
I think we just, coming off we know what it takes to get to the semifinal. So it ain't really about the prospect, it's just about how hard we are, how hungry we work, how hard we work and stuff. Yes, sir.
You know, it's ironic. You know, I just asked that question. Jack and I were talking. It's one thing to work hard and become a champion, but it's another to keep putting forth. And so, do you feel like that everybody's bought in and they're willing to do the work?
Oh yeah, we had to talk in spring that we got to go harder. Like coming out there 1-9 season, we were real hungry. So I think we're getting back to that. Like last year, we weren't that hungry, so we were just better than everybody else we beat. But this year, I think we're getting back to that hunger.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because, you know, they always say high school football is for seniors. And, you know, let's hope you go out with a blaze of glory here and just lead this team to a lot of victories. These fans, what a great crowd to see you guys play tonight on spring game.
Yes, sir.
We're excited for you, and we'll be making sure we call your name out a lot. We wish you guys the best.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, that was Kobe Hudson for the Tigers, and he's excited. Like he said, it's they weren't as hungry as he thought last year as they should have been, and he wants to change that his senior year. And he talks like they've really been hungry this spring.
Right now, the young players are playing very well out on the field. Jace Godwin had a big run, but he actually stepped out of bounds back around the 50-yard line, so they brought it back a little bit.
4th down and 3.
It's 4th down now for these guys, and they're going to call it a punt. So they'll move the ball back down to the 30, and that's where Newnan will have it. But a couple of nice bright sparks out of this young offense, including the quarterback that we were talking about just a moment ago, and Tyson Duncan. And again, Jace Godwin looked really good at the tailback position.
All right, so they're going to be on defense, and I see Luke Purnell is going to be able to get a chance at doing some more defense. He was actually on defense as well as running tight end the first half. But so Luke's one of those guys that the coach is thinking enough of that's got the kind of talent that's able to go both ways if there's a position that they need him in.
Newnan makes her way back on the field. Still some big boys out there. Kind of the matte black helmets. The gold on white numbers that are hard to read unless you got your binoculars with you. New quarterback hands the ball left in the line, and wow, there's a big hole. He'll be brought down by number 11 for the Tigers, Marquarius Kelly. Kelly played a little bit in the first half.
You're right. Unless you're down here on the sidelines, I think they're. I don't know if they're an Adidas school. They're an Adidas school. What is it about Adidas with their white uniforms and light numbers?
Under Armour likes that too.
Well, they ought to know that the fan base can't see them, so they ought to go back to Russell. I sell you Russell if you want some Russell.
That's kind of like putting like white on a green shirt.
Yeah, neon green with white ink. Go figure.
Another nice handoff by Newnan. They'll pick up another 5 or 6 yards to the 40-yard line.
Hey, speaking of words and talking and enjoying life, congratulations to the Callaway baseball team. I kind of got to know Austin Carter a little bit. He's a kind of a mid-level relief pitcher, and he came in the other day to pitch against Rockmart. And as I understand it from Eckleberry, the call on that last pitch that he made could have gone either way. It was just right on the edge, and playing in Rockmart, he gets to call ball, and it's tough because that would have been the first time in history that the Callaway Cavaliers baseball team would have had a chance to play for the state championship. But what a heck of a season that Coach Hubbard and his team had this year for the Callaway. So congratulations to them and the seniors going out. I know you'll always have those fond memories.
Also, how about Lafayette Christian winning their championship for their league? Really excited for them. I saw Eckleberry's article about that earlier in the paper this week. So
yes,
a great job by all of them.
Ben Jackson, instrumental in kind of stepped into that coaching role 3 or 4 years ago, helping out the Lafayette Christian baseball team, and so it's wonderful. They beat Peachtree Academy or something, and so good for them. That's their first ever state baseball GIAC. I think it's the Georgia Independent Athletic Conference.
They've won in football. Now they've won in baseball. Chris Hilton, is it Hinton or Hilton? Hilton makes the tackle on that last play. 4th down now for Newnan. 4th and about 2. We're in the third quarter of play. Time continues to tick down. 21-7 is your score. The Tigers pretty much won the first half. Now we've got the younger players on the field right now. Try to draw us off. A little inside trap. They'll pick up the first down across the 45, barreling all the way down to the 50.
A good job by the Newnan tailback that time. And of course, I'm looking at him get up. He stands at about 5'7", probably 180, which is pretty stocky. He number 34, the fullback. He just carried 3 or 4 Troup guys for about 5 yards because of his stockiness, and he's your fullback there, Jack.
Ball rests on the 50-yard line. Here comes Newnan moving right to left on your radio dial. Young Tiger defense. They'll try to stop him, and they hit the tailback, driving back across the 50. Going to lose a little yardage there.
A little mishap in the handoff as I'm kind of behind the Newnan offense, but Zy Varner came in and when he grabbed a hold of him, said, "You're not going anywhere, young man," and he didn't. It's amazing how that works.
Called it into life. 5:21 left to go in the third. 21-7 is your score, as we mentioned.
You know, I'm looking down at the scoreboard, Jack, and there's still that one available advertising spot. And if you'll contact Mud Creek Graphics and you've got $25,000, I'll see that you get your logo up there. Is that the going rate, Jack, or is that about $10,000 too much?
I think I don't know. Let's just put just a picture of you and me up there. Just our heads.
That's priceless there, baby.
There you go. That'll make everybody want to look at the scoreboard. Newnan picks up a first down on a swing pass around the right side. As we continue to keep it here. A lot of folks just having a good time here. I'm really surprised, Greg. Not a lot of folks have left. They know the young players are playing, but this isn't just family up here.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I was just looking up in the stands thinking, yeah, you've had a few to leave, but when you look at the front gate all the way around the side, along the rail, up in the stands, stands are still half full. So, and they don't want to go to the sip and shop. They want to sit here and say, I'm going to sit and watch instead of the sip and shop, you know.
Well, sit and listen and watch. Maybe a lot of them probably have their headphones on, listen to us, kind of getting the inside story about what's happening.
Is that what it was?
That's it.
I got you.
That needs to be a giveaway we do next year. Give everybody a little pocket radio so they can listen to us at the game.
We need to find a sponsor for that. I know Mud Creek can take care of the imprinting. We need to find a sponsor for that.
Inside handoff to Newnan to get down to the 30-yard line.
And, you know, it's kind of like an iPod. We could create this selling opportunity that everybody that gets one also gets a commercial about the business that donated. Hey, I'm hitting on some ideas now.
I like it.
So if y'all are listening, remember, it's copyrighted because I'm the first one that said it.
Marketing genius. Is this going on the web tonight? Are they going to record this game? Will we have proof of this that it ever happened?
All you need is a couple of witnesses. I think I've got them.
Newnan jumps off sides. That'll back him up 5. Clock stops at 3:48. 21-7 is our score. I guess maybe between the third and fourth quarter they'll try to kick the ball for the $100. I'm kind of like with Greg. I just, I got $20 in my pocket. I'm going to just keep it. Because you don't think you'd be nervous like that. You and I have both tried it just on fields with nobody watching, and it's a hard thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. It sure is.
Timeout's called by the Tigers. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station, listening to some of our 5 sponsors. 21-7 is your score right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Welcome back. 21-7 is your score of the Tigers. Leading this one, Newnan trying to get a drive going here. with some of their younger players. Ball rests at the 35-yard line, moving right to left on your radio dial. The Tiger defense wants to bow up here. And this young team has actually done something that the first team did not. They have not fumbled the ball. Little inside-out route, and they're going to pick up another first down inside the 20-yard line after the catch is made.
Yeah, the Newnan receiver just kind of went down an 8-yard and out route, and our DB was all over him, but he was a little outmanned as far as the height-wise go.
Yeah.
And he grabbed him on his waist, but the Newnan receiver did what Trey Williams would do and spin and twist and worked his way on down and broke some tackles and picked up probably about an 18-yard gain.
Back to the line of scrimmage is Newnan. They're working from the I formation. A man wide left and right. Back to pass as their quarterback throws it. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. Thrown, caught there, and a touchdown for Newnan.
You could hear Coach Glisson hollering, draw, and it wasn't really a draw more than it was a fake draw, and it took Dietrich Hurd. He took one step in, and that's all it took for the wideout to go around behind him. And
well-designed play.
Well designed, 21-13. But as the students are going to talk about it, they're going to say that, hey, how'd y'all do that yesterday? And of course they're going to tell them that, hey, we won, and varsity on varsity you did, but you're just glad that everybody's getting a chance to play the second half.
Well, varsity on varsity really was almost a mismatch in the first half, because while Schweitzer was doing a good job, we kind of pulled the dogs off them a little bit.
Well, I know Coach Walker took over. I think this will be his third year. I don't think it'll be his fourth, but a lot of the Newnan fans, when you got a name like Walker, his dad, Rodney Walker, and then Chip Walker came out of Sandy Creek with 3 state championships at Sandy Creek. A lot of the Newnan fans, I believe, really expected instant, kind of like instant coffee. They kind of wanted instant gratification, and I think it's been a little bit more struggle for Coach Walker than he expected. A little tougher at Newnan than it was at Sandy Creek to get that ball rolling. And even though they have made the playoffs the last couple of the 2 years he's been there, it's been coming in kind of the back doors, 3rd or 4th seed. But hopefully this year may be the year that he can see what's going on in the spring game for the Newnan Cougars and can iron out the kinks and get the rolling come this fall.
Well, that's something else to think about, Greg. Kind of us growing up and thinking about the high school teams of those years.
I want to get a word in with Coach Glisson.
Sure, go ahead.
So, Coach, we're talking about these young guys, kind of like what we're seeing, but at the same time, defensively, I see a couple of things, and you get a little frustrated, but you can work those things out.
Well, I think the biggest thing, I don't know what they've got playing. They got some big boys out there right now, but our whole D-line right there was primarily freshmen. And so, they knocked us back really good on that drive. And then they went a double move out here on our corner. And, but we're playing a lot of young guys right now. But all in all, it's good. Let's get through this thing. Nobody getting hurt. And we got some really good film to build on, and excited about kind of where we are at the moment.
Well, we're talking the crowd still. I mean, they're still all up and down the gate, so you can't say enough about you've often said Tiger Nation has shown up, and hey, spring game, and it's still around.
Man, that's unbelievable.
Wow.
I don't get to look much, but I'm looking now, and that's unbelievable. This is a tremendous crowd, and everybody wants to see their baby play, and I hope we're getting everybody in. I think we've played everybody on the roster to this point, but we just need to give them some more reps.
Well, what a great night of football. You started out, but really before, at about 6 o'clock, you had the rise in 8th graders, and then at halftime, you had the rise in 9th graders. And it's just been if you want football and you want to see what's coming along at Troup High School from the middle school all the way up, you put on a display tonight.
Well, between Long Cane and us, there he is. Get up. I got to compete for that. Hey, let's play.
So what we're doing, Jack, is we had a deep out route, and what he's saying is our guys got to go up and fight for that ball. If you're going to go up and jump for it, you got to win that battle.
Yeah, you got to win that 50-50 ball. And that's the thing, like people like Kobe Hudson and Jarrell Smith, last year Jamari Thrash, when it's you in the corner one-on-one, you got to win the 50-50 ball. But, I think we have, with Long Cane playing today and us playing right now, we're going to be close to playing 200 guys playing football today. And that's remarkable. That's unbelievable. God bless us with a really good night. And we just need the defense, the young guys to stiffen up right here.
Well, they'll get it. Hey, words from the coach. He's excited, But he calls it like he sees it, and young or not, he expects you to get out there and battle hard for everything that he believes is yours.
Defense headed back on the field now. And so we'll kind of turn it down on a punt. So Newnan offense will come back to the ball, rest at the 40-yard line. Who else you got down there, Greg? Greg, it's Echoberry there beside you. Greg ain't paying me no attention. Hey, Greg. Greg, can you hear me? Hey, Greg.
Got you.
There you go.
Jack. Sorry.
Tell I see Echoberry's here beside you. Tell him how much we appreciate the coverage he's given of our local sports teams, especially this baseball season. He's been all over the place. As I think at one point all three teams plus Lafayette Christian were in the playoffs.
Well, that's what I was just talking about the Callaway baseball team. And Kevin, Jack, for all around here, especially with Lafayette Christian, all the coverage you've been with Callaway and LaGrange and Troup baseball. I mean, just like you might as well be a nomad because you're hardly ever at home. Kevin, he often posts on Facebook about he's got the best job in the world. He just told me that. And, if you don't love what you do, then why do it? And it sounds like Kevin loves what he does. And, that's it. We were talking earlier. What success means to you may mean something different to somebody else. And obviously Echoberry is living a life of success because he's doing what he loves.
21-14 is your score. Newnan with the ball, driving pretty well. Again, we mentioned that we got an almost all freshman line and some big boys across the line for Newnan. They're driving our guys off the ball. There's the ball snapped. Good job by our guys to kind of stuff it that time. They're going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. Ball gets across the 45.
You're talking about the big boys, and I'm looking over here at his front jersey. He's coming off the field, but he manhandled the kid, the left tackle, which is a lot bigger than him. Let me see. I'll get his number in a minute, but if I can.
Newnan back out on the field. I think that's
65.
80. Is it 65?
Yeah. And Echoberry took my roster, so.
Trenton Fowler.
Okay. All right. Now you see that, so.
The ball's thrown down the field.
There's a flag on the play, but our corner turned, had inside position on him, and of course, Gliss is looking on this side, saying, "Well, what's going on?" And from everybody's perspective, unless he had his hand back on him, that's the only thing that we wouldn't have seen because he certainly had the inside position on him.
Looking down at the white hat, see what he's going to call here. Pass interference against the Tigers. So what's the young man's name? Tim Moore? Is that who's going to be kicking for the $100?
If it's the same Tim Moore that I know, Tim Moore is the president of the Troup High Touchdown Club. And he had knee surgery 6 months ago during the season. Goodness. So I don't know if he'll be able to kick the ball or not.
Well, that's $100 back to the touchdown club then.
Yeah, I guess you have to be president to win, right? I'm sorry, no pun intended.
You have to be president to win, I guess. All right, so 21-14 is the score. We're going to take we'll listen to all of our sponsors again as we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter right here on Eagle Sports.
Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brick work of all kinds like retaining walls, fireplaces, and walkways. Fowler Masonry also does stonework, outside kitchens, and fireplaces. They can help you design your own unique plan, or you can go to our Facebook page and see some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential or commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to work for you. Call now, 706-302-4079.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in Ranch, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path,
Same thing happened to me. I was
but your
rolling out.
independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as the Newnan Cougars have just scored during our break there. They're supposed to be 21-21. Of course, all but 7 of their points coming in the second half with the younger players on the field. And Greg, a tough thing for the young man back in coverage. He just went right through his hands.
Hey, speaking of going right through his hands, I was sharing a story with Tay Shells, as a freshman but rising sophomore. And, I think I'm big, but he's already about 6'1", and so he's got some more growing to do. So what did you think when you broke on that football? Did you think you had a pick six?
Yes, sir. Thought I was going to have it, but underestimated the pass. It just bounced right through my hand.
And that's what I told him. I said, you got these sticky gloves on. You got to make sure that thing sticks next time, right?
Yes, sir.
Say if it happens again, you're going to catch it, right?
Yes, sir.
I hear you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the coach wants to hear. So he's having fun with it, but he says, man, it went right through my hands.
I thought he made the pick. It looked like from this vantage point, it looked like he had.
Bless his heart, he did too. He said, I thought I was going for 6 on that one.
So here comes the Tiger offense. Haven't been able to move the ball very much with this second team. So maybe we can get our fortunes changed a little bit here. A little trouble getting lined up. Now we're there. There's the snap. Toss sweep to the left side. 5-7 yard gain, almost a 10-yard gainer there.
Nice little toss sweep to 39, and like I said, I don't have my.
I got you. That's 39 is Corey Clark.
Well, Corey's he should be a sophomore, rising junior.
Clark is listed as a sophomore.
Okay, yeah, we called his name a little bit last year. So the only thing I'd like to see Clark do was take that ball when Duncan tossed it to him. He kept it on his inside hip. He should take it to his outside because he's actually running to the left side of the field, and I'm sure the coaches will point that out to him.
And it'll be Clark once again, the ball carrier, cuts up field, picks up the first down. Actually, not the first down, excuse me, gets across the line of scrimmage to the 45.
He'll pick up about 6 yards before they all played rugby and moved him back. But good vision. He saw that the outside was kind of closing down. They was chasing the outside quicker than he could get there, so he planted and cut it up and picked up 6 yards. You'll take that anytime.
Well, a running back that doesn't have his eyes closed is a big deal, Greg. I mean, a lot of times these guys, you'll see them anticipating the contact, but a good running back's got his eyes looking down the field at somebody he could just run over. Number 8 is the back of the backfield right now, Carlos Cato. Cato gets the call up near the 50-yard line. Just shy of the first down unless it's a right foot spot. Let's see what they got.
Well, the white hat here is, well, he still had his fingers. They're going to move him forward. They're going to call it a first down. Yeah, white hat said first down, move the chains. All right, good. Little delayed handoff from Tyson Duncan to Cato. We called Carlos's name quite a bit last year.
Mm-hmm. Twins left, man wide to this near side. Tyson takes it. Once again, hands the ball off into the line. A nice burst of speed across the 45 down near to the 41-yard line.
basically, I think you heard Coach Glisson say a while ago that Newnan kind of had some of their big offensive linemen in, and I'm looking at the Tigers' offensive line, and I don't really see any varsity starters per se, but he's got a lot of big kids at backup right now, and they're just moving the football right up the gut.
Yep. I think that they don't want to end this ball game on a 21-21 tie. 9:47 left to go, and 21-21 is what we have right now. There's the snap. Tyson throws the ball complete at the 40, 35, driving down to the 31-yard line, a first down, and best drive of the second half so far.
Nice little out pass by Tyson Duncan. He took the ball from a shotgun position, flipped it around in his hands, planted, and drilled it to the outside toward the Tiger sidelines on the numbers, and picked up a first down for the Tigers. That'll move the chains. As you said, the ball's resting on about the 31-yard line, Jack.
Tiger offense back around the ball. Twins to this near side. Wing to the left, wide left. The young guys are not getting out quite as wide as we see on our standard offense. Hand the ball off into the line, and the Tigers, again, this offense, this particular generation of it is doing a great job. That's Clark again.
Well, hey, Corey Clark just then got popped in the backfield, kept his feet, his balance, twisted and turned, and picked up another first down. What tremendous running and balance by a kid that really hadn't played a lot of tailback.
9 minutes left to go in this contest. 21-21. Tigers looking to put the ball into the end zone. Here comes the snap. Man in motion. There's the snap. Hands the ball off. All the way down, driving inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, the white hat threw a flag back here on about the 32-yard line. Let's see what he says. We may have a holding in the backfield. Let's see. No, we got illegal
motion.
Shift.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be the case. I was hoping he did see that. So that gain is negated. You know what I'm loving, Greg? I'm watching right now. I've got one of our players is giving some instruction to another guy out on the field.
I believe that's Luke Purnell out giving
Chris Hinton
some advice on how to run the play.
Yep.
From his
you gotta like that senior leadership.
Position.
Yep. Getting coached up by one of the other players. That's good. That's good. Surprised they called the illegal shift again. It's going to be the Tigers drive the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line again. So we got about to the same place we were just a moment ago.
Cato, again, showing a lot of balance there. They're trying to strip the ball out of his hands, put it on his jersey, and he keeps spinning and churning. He's picks up about 14 because we had a 5-yard penalty, and he picks up 14 back to the second down and 1, as you heard the voice of the Tigers, Chance Giddens.
Change. Twins left, man wide to this near side. Turns into trips. Hand off in the line. Tigers drive it. First down's made inside the 10. Big flag flies.
Corey Clark. See, the ball came loose, and number 17 for the Tigers. 37 for the Tigers out with the roster. They picked the ball up, but a flag came way out here from the side, Judge. So let's see what they saw. Face mask. On the defense. Good.
Andrew Townsend's the young man that came up with that.
First down and goal, Tigers.
So first and goal for the Tigers now. This has been a nice drive, Greg, by these young guys. Duncan's kind of got his legs out from under him, legs under him now. Feels very confident about what he's doing. Back to the line of scrimmage they come. And the ball didn't get snapped. I think he called for it, but it didn't get snapped. And I think that's going to be offsides on us. Just a mental mistake there from the center. Yep.
Ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains. First down and goal.
So working that cadence, getting the center quarterback route, everything worked together, working the right way it's supposed to. Newnan running a couple of guys off the field. So still and goal, but the ball backs up to rest on about the 6. There's the snap. And Duncan going to run it himself up the field. Just shy of the line of scrimmage. Actually, excuse me. He'll get inside the 5, down to about the 2.
Second down and goal.
So nice, just a called run for him going around that right side, following his blockers. This hopefully will be the play. This might be the one they'll put him in the end zone. He calls for it, hands the ball off, cutting inside, touchdown Tigers.
Clark just ran it up the middle like he owned it. Just stutter stepped. I don't even think anybody touched him, Jack.
Nope. Great job for putting it into the end zone and putting the Tigers back on top. 5:54 left to go in this contest. Let's go ahead and take 3 spots back to the station, 3 of our sponsors for you to listen to as we get close to the end of this contest. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Finding a true brick mason is not an easy task in East Alabama and West Georgia. So who do you call? Fowler Masonry. Carl Fowler and his staff can build new brickwork of all kinds, like retaining walls,
all 4
fireplaces, and
extra point
walkways.
attempts
Fowler
are
Masonry
good.
also does stonework, outside
You
kitchens and
scored.
fireplaces.
And
They
did
can
the
help you
Cougars
design your own
21.
unique plan,
And
or you
Troup
can get our
Tigers
Facebook page and
28.
get some of our ideas. And if you need a driveway or sidewalk or even a patio porch, Fowler Masonry does concrete. Residential, commercial, Fowler Masonry is ready to go to work for you. Call now at 706-302-4079.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football as the Tigers now lead by a score of 28-21. Ball rests on the 30-yard line. Here comes Newnan. And a good job by the defense to kind of stuff the quarterback. He'll try to go out of bounds on the far side. He'll get to about the 32, gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Number 9, Dustin Bell on the carry. Run out of bounds by number 33 for your Tigers.
Coming back to the near side. They'll set
Jack,
things up. Go ahead.
You can tell when I get around all this plastic, the interference on the radio.
Second down and 7.
What plastic is that?
Just see if Coleman's listening.
Oh, I thought maybe it was the money.
Your plastic money. No, that's Monopoly money.
I formation for Newnan. Twins to this near side. Handoff. Little stutter step there. Good job by the defense to pull him down from behind.
26 for the Tigers. Help me out there, Jack.
Yeah, I got you. 26 is going to be Ivory Taylor.
Ivory, that's a good name. I remember a tailback from Georgia Tech back in the 70s, Eddie Lee Ivory. Might have been Eddie Lee Ivy. Either way, it was close.
So 3rd down now for Newnan. Quarterback going to hand the ball off to the tailback. We got back there. We grabbed him. He's going to get to the 35. That's going to be a 4th down. Great job by this defense.
Number 82 was really significant. He's shaking. He's nodding his head like, yeah, that was me. That was me.
Presley McDaniel.
He did a good job on the outside by he didn't make the tackle, but he significantly slowed him down and made him come back to the inside and by doing so, that negated a big gain. So 4th and about 5 for the Cougars.
Big 4th down here. Quarterback keeps the ball, rolls to the outside. He's going to roll, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds short of the first down.
Good job by Carlo Cato. He throws him out of bounds with a yard left, so only picks up 4. And I don't see any yellow cloth on the field.
That's to turn it over on downs.
Because they're all just kind of standing around looking, but it should be Tigers football.
Yeah, here comes
and
the
it
defense.
Is.
Yep.
White hat said it's Tigers football. Good
Great job by this defense. Not only do we drive it down with the offense and score, but our defense comes through here late in the ball game. 3:56 left to go. Let's have a nice 3.5-minute drive. Put it in the end zone. Although they may want some quick strike, kind of like the starting offense does a lot. Tiger offense making their way back out on the field.
Hey,
Duncan,
Jack.
Yeah, go ahead. Duncan stays on the field as a quarterback.
I was trying to get a word in with Coach Healy.
Oh, actually, we may fix the score here.
Uh-oh, look
down
here.
to 10.
But
5, drugged down at the 5-yard line.
I think Kobe Hudson's trying to give Coach some pointers. I don't know. Hey, your defense looks really good tonight, Coach. I know you got to be proud of them.
Job in the first half, adapting this week. They did a really good job. Very proud of the way they.
You know, one of the things that Jack and I pick up on real quick, and you know the fans do, is defense stands out, and you got after tonight. And that's the first thing that for everybody that stands out, and it's fun to see the defense flying around.
Absolutely, that was the biggest thing today was really just have them fly around and correct the stuff on the film that needs to be corrected, but have great effort and great execution in terms of just tackling and running to the football.
I know you'd like to put your market in, so what a way to start. You know, I've noticed some guys that's kind of changed their numbers this year and moved a little bit of position. Hey, you got them started tonight, so they look really good.
Tigers drive into the end zone.
Braylon Gooden's really stepped up for us this year. Zy Barner's done a great job, and Luke Bell coming over to defense really helped us out a lot. Guys like Joel Smith and Kobe Hudson playing DB for us really helped us a lot.
Touchdown Tigers real quick, Greg.
That's one of the things I noticed is Royce White. Kind of saw him as a freshman as like big kid, and you know he playing a lot of defense last year. But now he's kind of getting a feel for both ways. What do you expect out of a big kid like Royce White this year?
I think he's going to be a great leader for us on defense. He's doing a great job playing our defensive end, and I think he's going to be a tremendous leader and just a solid defensive end for us this year.
As a junior, as a rising junior, I've always said as far as college recruiting, this is his big time to show, and I don't know that I got him picked as kind of one of those leaders out there.
Absolutely, he's definitely going to be a leader for us, and the sky will be the limit for Royce when he puts it all together.
Coach Healy, we're certainly proud to have you here as a Tiger, man. Look forward to it this year. There you go. He's the new defensive coordinator for your Troup High Tigers.
Well, I'll tell you what, the young guys did a great job of stopping them. Now the Tiger offense, these young Tigers, Tiger Cubs, have put 2 touchdowns in this fourth quarter on the board. So 35-21 is what we're looking at right now as we have the multiple extra points. These young kickers, they hadn't missed one that I've seen, Greg.
There's a possibility, and you just jinxed them.
Oh, he pulls it left.
You know how that goes. You just leave it alone, you're good. Anyway, no, I'm impressed, man. We've got 4 kickers. Really, after Carson Rayford came on board and just kind of spoiled us. Martinez came in last year, and did a good job. He just didn't have the length of a leg that Rayford had, and so we're still looking for that guy. And hopefully, Tigers have found some consistent kids on the kicking.
Mike, let's pause right there for a second, Greg, and mention how much we're going to miss Mike Rayford, Carson's dad, that was just a great help. He was a great help to us over the years. We traveled across the state of Georgia with him. He lost his life in a car accident back several months ago. Love him and his family, and always will continue to wish them the best.
No, you're right. What was the film guy for the Tigers? And as we're talking about Mike, he makes things happen from on high. As he
the Tigers pick up a fumble, drive it all the way down inside the 5.
Defense causes a turnover, clean hit, fumble, pick it up, advances it down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this really excites this team because the last thing they want to do is go to school on Monday and they say, oh, you're 21-21, and Newnan put it on y'all. When really the first half is what was the main part of the game. But now look at these young guys stepping up in a big way.
Well, ever since Coach Glisson and I had that conversation several minutes ago about the young kids, and, he said they need to own it. Well, you know what? They've owned it from that conversation, man. They put up 3 touchdowns on the football, on the board.
Timeout call by Coach Glisson. Let's take 2 spots back to the station. 2 spots as you're listening to the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Wow.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Welcome back as the Tigers just take one moment and put it right into the end zone. And that's a big number to move us up 41 before the extra points.
Just off the left side behind that young offensive line, step 4 yards into the end zone, another time untouched. And, we got a lot of things we got to work on for sure. A lot of bad habits that we've got to correct. I know that Coach Walker up at Newnan, he's going to go back and look at this film and see what he's got to change as far as whether it be 9th grade, 10th grade, or your junior and senior starters. But good showing for the Tigers tonight, Jack. And just like now, again, every touchdown, the 4 kickers that the Tigers have that are vying for that position get a chance to, in a just a center snapping back, get a chance to kick a PAT.
And that they're keeping up with everyone that they make and they miss.
And when Newnan scored, they did the same thing. They got a chance to go live on their, not go live, but with no defense, but they went through the motions of kicking the PAT with their, I think they've got 2 kickers, where the Tigers just have 4, so it takes a little bit longer for us to go through the motion when we score a touchdown.
Well, so you got Nick Schweitzer down there holding the ball for him. So he's picking up a little extra work.
And Will Cooley's having a lot of fun snapping the ball, too.
Cougars 21, your Troup High Tigers 42.
As you heard Chance say, 42-21 right now is our score.
Actually, he said 21-42. And, just not to call you out, Jack, but a lot of people laughing about it. A lot of people say, why does he always call the losing score first? It's like, I don't know. Maybe that's his trademark. I don't know.
His broadcast trademark is to call
I don't know. There's always a 21-42.
As the ball falls incomplete on that last pass. I think they're wanting some interference calls, but the ball really wasn't near anybody as it came down. A Newnan player shake it up on the play.
I'm just admiring the Newnan tents over there. They got some really nice tents.
They've been playing very intense all game long.
Pardon me?
They've been playing very intense all game long.
It ought to be a shame. They've probably been playing intense. Unfortunately, they need to get out of the tents and play. Still a good crowd here, though. Still a good crowd. I guess basically they want to watch the whole game. I'm looking up. There are a lot of husbands and wife are looking over thinking, well, honey, if we go home now, all we're really going to do is, just watch Netflix. So let's just stay here and watch the Tigers play. There you go. I'm just kind of reading their faces, as you go across the crowd.
Yeah, you can tell that Netflix look, can't you? Of course, we're the ones that grew up in a generation where there were 3 channels and we all watched the same thing.
That's right. That's right.
And now no one watches the same thing.
No, I've got Scott and he's home for the summer, so he's in there playing video games with all over the internet with his cadet buddies. And, Dre's in here playing with whoever he's playing with on the internet with his games they're playing, and then Amy's in there on her tablet watching something, and I'm in there on the TV. It's like, whoa, now what's wrong with this picture? I mean, we're all in our own little rooms doing whatever we do.
Y'all don't even have Wi-Fi. Y'all just pretending. So Newnan back into the line of scrimmage. Clock ticks down to 2:56 in this contest. I formation for Newnan. Quarterback takes the snap a little bit slow. Hands the ball off to the tailback. Nice burst of speed to the 35. He'll go down at about the 37.
See if I can see who comes off the ball. Oh, see if I can see. I can't really tell. 35 for the Tigers. 41 and 10 was in on the tackle.
So Dennis Morita. 10, Al Tucker. A.J. Tucker, excuse me. I don't have the lights on up here. It's harder to see my notes. Newnan once again back to the line of scrimmage. Only again a 5 on that last play. Rodell Herbie cut the lights on up here. Another great job by the Tigers. This time it's number 72, I think that was.
It is.
And I don't have his number on here.
He's one of those kids that his body doesn't go with the number. He needs to be like a number 11 or 12 maybe.
Yeah, that 72 is wearing a little bit big on him. But he played really well on that last play, that's for sure.
He plays as big as his number, right?
Exactly. Play up to the number you got on. Newnan once more with the line of scrimmage. They're short of the first down. Tigers would love to close them out and get that offense back on the field.
4th and what, a long 2.
Yep. They look back to the sideline. Tigers showing blitz. There's the snap. Quarterback keeps it. Little Nicky bootleg. Picks up the first down across the 45. Bounced off at the 50. Gets to the 42 on the other side.
Number 10, Andre Carter on the keeper.
So the keeper works for Newnan.
They get down to the Tigers' 42-yard line.
Minute 12 left to go. This has been a fun night, Greg.
I've enjoyed it. You know, looking up. Of course, by now there's a lot of fans. Yeah, there's a lot of fans going home. But hey, there's still a good crowd in the stands tonight.
It's been a fun night all night long. I appreciate Coach Gliston's willingness to let us kind of peer behind the veil and listen to kind of what's going on, talk to the coaches, talk to some of the players tonight. Something you really won't hear all season long. Their quarterback backs up, throws a long pass down the field. Falls incomplete.
Good job by number 84. As the receiver, number 84, he actually caught the football, and the safety, 84 for the Tigers, immediately slapped it out of his hands. He's all excited. He did a great job.
Yeah, I don't have his number, but Wortham was also back there, number 85. So we'll give him the credit. 42 seconds left to go. Back to the line of scrimmage comes Newnan. And
I'm getting word on the sidelines that he's a rising ninth grader. That's all I can say.
all right, timeout's called. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station, probably our last spot tonight. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows.
Okay.
No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football.
Jack, I've got
Go ahead,
good Trey Blackman was the kid that just slapped that away.
Okay.
Yes, I said it right. Trey Blackman.
Okay.
Name ring a bell?
Yeah, it does. He's back.
Pardon me?
He's back.
He's back. Well, his son's here, but his son's nowhere near as big as he was.
No. That's what I'm saying. He's got the new set of eligibility.
I'm going to say we need to feed him chicken. Lots of it.
Pass falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 37 seconds to go. 42-21 your score in favor of the Tigers.
Third down and 10.
Hey, tell Rodell if he's listening, I'm just going to leave the mic down here on the I'm going to head on.
Well, okay, then I got your wallet and your keys. So
yeah, I'll just wait on you, Jack.
Oh, okay, that's how it's going to work.
I trust you with my wallet, Jack.
Well, because it's like my wallet, there's nothing in it. So
That's right.
it is neither sipping nor shopping tonight. Newnan rolls back up the line of scrimmage. Quarterback backing up to pass. Airs it out down the field. Just a jump ball. And good job by the Tigers knocking it down.
44 this time. That's Trey Blackman and one half. Actually, it's supposed to be 42 is half. Sorry. It's new math.
New math.
I never did. I like the old math better. New math is tough.
It makes you take off your shoes to count.
Exactly.
Gray is strictly a fingers guy. Newnan once again will probably try to throw it down the field. They can get about 25 yards down the field when they throw. Quarterback is hit as he throws. It is caught, but it's short of the first down at the 35-yard line. Clock will tick. 18-17.
44 is the number for the Tiger that brought him down.
And that's not Andy Boykin, although that is the number listed on the program here. 3, 2, 1. Spring game is in the books. 42-21 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. A tremendous job by these young guys. Getting things started in the year. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Greg, final thoughts from down the field?
What a wonderful night tonight. Yes, a lot of things we saw tonight. Offense, defense, younger guys, long cane, as Coach said. What a tremendous night of football. All started at 6 p.m. here at Callaway Stadium. And if you're a Tiger fan, you got to witness a lot of the kids that's going to make quite an impact as a future Tiger.
Well,
I like the sound effect.
Yeah, for Rodell, for Coleman, for everybody back at the station. And I'm Jack Mormon. That's Greg Hicks. We hope you had a good time. We'll see you coming up in August as the Troup High School Tigers will get their season started off with the preseason and going into our non-region schedule. It's been a great night, a lot of fun. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next time on the radio.